time in my life when I was down so low, a mosquito wouldn't even bite me. I lost my job, my 4-wheel drive. I even got thrown out of my trailer. All because of one thing. Freebasing cocaine. That's all my life was basing. Nothing else. I was on that last lap with that checkered flag about to weigh me on into hell. But I got lucky. I got in a rehab program down there at Redstone Arsenal, down there in Alabama. And with them people helping me, well, that smoky white devil is no longer a part of my life. And I can proudly say that today, I do not freebase cocaine. Now, I'll take a drink now. I will take a drink, but I do not freebase cocaine. But, you know, I'll take a drink, and I might even smoke a little reefer. You know, I like to smoke reefer. You know, it relaxes me and everything. A couple of doobies, you know, just to get you through the day and everything. But as far as basing goes, I don't do it. Now, I do some toot now. Don't get me, I will do some toot, you know. You know, if you party and everything, somebody comes up and give it to you, it's impolite not to take it there. So me and my girlfriend Sally, we party, man. I tell you, we do party. So, you know, I will do some toot. We do, you know, on a good weekend there, we call a bunch of friends over there. We do about an 8-ball of toot there, but we don't base. I do not freebase cocaine. We'll make that clear. I don't do it.
All right, what's going on? Shout outs to everybody in the building. What's going on? It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, right back at the helm of today's show. Good morning. Shout outs to everybody in the building. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, in the building, man. I wanted this to be a quick show, but something tells me it's going to be a long show, so I don't even know why I say it's going to be something quick. But it's going to be something quick, all right? It's Player Talk Radio. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on, everybody? Y'all hit the like button on the way in. Support the show on the way in. Shout outs to Antisocial Socialite Podcast. Shout outs to Aaron B in the building. Sheila in the building. Shout outs to Cynical One in the building. Shout outs to my sinners. Shout outs to Cynical One in the building. What's going on, Toya? How you doing? We still got to do that one-on-one. Let me know when you want to have some fun, all right? Player Talk Radio. Shout outs to Devin D in the place to be. Devin D, I'm gonna have to send you this list on the back end, man. I got you, broski. Shout outs to Big Cap in the building. Real rap, Big Cap in the building. Shout outs to Raj in the building. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Let me know if I forgot anybody. My bad, y'all. Look, we got a lot going on, man. There's just so much stuff we got to go over. I am not prepared for today's show. What's going on, D-Mac? Shout outs to D-Mac. I want to give a big shout out also to David Akasanya in the building. Thank you to everybody that supports the show via PayPal. Shout outs to David Akasanya dropping the huge $10 on the PayPal. Thank you for supporting the Player Talk reparations. Hold on.
More. Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens, where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to everybody hitting the poll. Also, I asked you guys a question: what type of free ebook would you like from me? And it's kind of neck and neck with my personal stories and game. But game is at the top. So I appreciate everybody that would like to, hear the game from me. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to have a free ebook for you guys on the way. Thank you, everybody that hit the like button and support the show on the way in. Man, we got a lot to go over. So, and shout outs to Anti. Anti is underrated. She is super thorough with just everything, man. I can't tell you a time where Anti was not thorough. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, now that I'm starting the show, it's starting to rain. All right, well look, we're gonna get into it. It's Player Talk Radio. Everybody is going in on I gotta do another show. We're gonna do a whole show. Everybody is going in on the on Mr. Balloon Pop Man, and saying that he's a scammer and all this other stuff. You have MTR going in on him. And like I said, I mean, you got guests in the manosphere. If you guys were paying attention to the last show, there was a lot of behind the scenes game chopped up. I mean, you guys really need to listen to what DS1 was saying, what I was saying, what James was saying, crazy enough. Shout outs to James. You guys got to listen to what Ty City absolutely was saying. You know what I'm saying? We was giving y'all the game. Surprise, surprise, right before your eyes. Shout outs to Sheila in the building. Shout outs to everybody here, man. It's good to have everybody in the building. So look, man, everybody's running around calling him a scammer. And I'm not above saying that I was wrong about something. You understand what I'm saying? And shout outs to Anti. Anti was like, yo, Kuda, I'm looking out for you. I got your back. You might want to pump the brakes on certain things and just go over certain things before you jump out the window for bro. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna jump out the window for him, I've been very objective with my critique and criticisms about him. You know what I'm saying? And I've kind of gave you guys the bigger picture. It's like, the whole scamming thing, okay? I don't get Rhoda Osmond vibes. I don't get all of those vibes. But, people are like, yo, he probably was lying. Hold on. Shout outs to my bro, Devin D, in the place to be, dropping the 555 on the Cash App. Thank you so much, broski. I appreciate you. Hold on. I got you, man. I got you, broski. Here we go.
More. Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens, where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to Devin D in the place to be. And listen, y'all, I got some ebooks coming. I woke up a little bit late today. Y'all know I did a long live stream. I did a marathon live stream. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna be we're gonna be celebrating the 3K for the rest of the week. So I would like you guys to definitely support the channel. Shout out to Devin D. Yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. So, my question is, what is Broski, because I didn't say donate to the guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what is Broski really scamming the space for? And it's not even scamming the space, y'all. It's not even scamming the space what I'm focused on. If you paid attention to the last show, I've been more so focused on, why is the manosphere pushing certain brothers that just got here to the top? And that's what mediocre tutorials and reviews was doing. That's what other people in the manosphere was doing. That's what people in his comment section was doing. Now, give me 1 second, because as soon as I start the show, it starts raining. So give me 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. I'm going to throw on another cut real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we back. Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. What's going on in saying one? Yeah, man, my bad, Cap. That's why if you notice towards the end of the show, I was like, oh shit, okay. I knew it was you, so I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. But look, that part was not recorded, so we Gucci. That part was not recorded, so we Gucci. So I appreciate you. Thank you, bro, for hitting the Cash App. I appreciate you, man. And shout outs to everybody that's supporting the show. Let's keep the support going. Shout outs to Devin D in the place to be, starting the show off right with the support. But yeah, my bad. They were saying, I don't know why my Wi-Fi being janky tonight, but listen, y'all. As soon as I started the show, it started raining, and it's been happening for 4 days straight. I'm getting irritated by it, But I'm sitting down enjoying a nice little cigar, and I'm like, you know what? Let me tap in with you guys, man. So everybody is doing content on the brother, and they were like, oh, he's scamming the space, or he's scamming and this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. Now let me tell y'all what's going on, right? Yeah. Only one time though. We admit our fuck ups, bro. Shout outs to everybody here. Shout outs to everybody in the building. I usually if I don't know the initials, because y'all be changing everything up. But I appreciate the support. I try to say the initials. Usually if I don't know, I don't want to say y'all government, so I try to say y'all initials. But they were like, bro is scamming and all this other stuff, right? And I'm going to tell y'all what the problem is, because we talked about all of this stuff on the last show, but more so, and shout outs to Thai City, because I got to do a show on this now also, because the content creates itself, y'all. If you know what to look for with the information. More so, we got into a talk about manosphere mascots. Manosphere mascots. You got guests in the space, good guests, by the way, in the space, looking and recruiting manosphere mascots. Now, two people did a podcast. You had Duke and Don, and you had mediocre tutorials and reviews. doing a podcast together. And hold on. You had Duke and Don, and you had Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews doing a podcast together, which is, in my opinion, goofy as fuck. Again. Now, I get it, and I'm not that type of podcaster. And honestly, I really don't respect that type of podcaster that does exposed content. You understand what I'm saying? I don't respect, and women don't respect it. You know, it's a you have a time limit on you. It's a money grab. You understand what I'm saying? If you're one of those podcasters that does exposed content, oh, I'm gonna expose this person. Oh, I'm gonna put this person out there. You know, especially on a guy like this. Like, really think about it. Think about what I'm about to tell you. If you do exposed content, for the most part, you're doing doxing content. You're doing content that promotes doxing. I think the only time you should be exposing somebody, honestly, like that, is if they got a cause, or they're doing a quick money grab, and they're scamming people out of their paper. And not just that being the criteria, you personally, or more than 5 to 6, 7, 10 people in your group or your audience has notified you that they are supporting this person. Now, you got a lot of people in these YouTube streets doing goofy shit. Why the hell is Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews clicking up with Duke and Don when Duke and Don does Manosphere exposing content? When Duke and Don doesn't respect the red pill and talk shit about the red pill, and does his best to try to expose people in the red pill while using red pill vernacular and using red pill talking points. That's not them type of niggas ain't my cup of tea. And it's not because I do or the people that I hang around do shady shit. It's because them niggas, when they get exposed, they do shade. They're the main ones that are the pioneers behind shady shit. And then they do a lot of pandering. Now, I understand that MTR wanted to get on the next It guy. And to a certain degree, I can't say that he's wrong for saying that, hey, that's a part of my content. That's what I'm finna do. But it's like, bruh, you clicking up with dudes that don't respect you, and if you slip up one time, that's gonna be the nigga that's gonna expose you. And he don't fuck with you. Philosophy wise. Now, as for the guy not giving, you know what I'm saying? As for the guy not giving, what's going on, Tampa? As for the guy, right, with Destiny and shit like that. As for the guy, not giving Mediocre Tutorial Reviews his job description and his plumbing license and all that other stuff. It's like, bro, I get it. I know you don't want another Rhoda Osmond situation. And, you know, I mean, if he produces a plumbing license or whatever, that's cool. But first of all, as a content creator, we don't get down like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro is already being doxxed by a hating girlfriend. And it's like some of the stuff that you're asking this nigga for is gonna further fuck his life up if he gives you this information. You know, oh, give us the information for your employer. Oh, show us your plumbing receipt. Oh, show you all of this stuff for what? Are you really a plumber? Are you really? Like, damn, ask for this nigga's VIN number at this point. Ask for a social at this point, my nigga. You know? And then you got other people here too. I mean, I like Ringo, but goddamn, oh, I'm gonna expose you and all this other stuff. Like the man's life probably ain't already fucked up. He said, "Stop it, Kuda." Nah, listen to what I'm about to say. I'm walking y'all down, cause y'all niggas be listening to this shit for you know, entertainment purposes and shit like that. Whether he was fired, whether he was, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened to him, bro is getting plunged into the spotlight, and it doesn't change the fact that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of dudes in the space, like Ty City said, is trying to make this man the damn Manosphere mascot. There's more of a problem in the space with that more so than a person scamming. Because like y'all said, the audience chooses. The audience chooses. We're not going to act like this is the first time the audience ain't going to follow a scammer or follow whatever the hell they finna follow. They wouldn't follow a scammer if you wasn't trying to make him the head of the Manosphere or the mascot of the Manosphere. They wouldn't follow a scammer if, you understand what I'm saying, you wasn't trying to teach him how to stream and put him in front of an audience that definitely, you know what I'm saying, will support what he got going on. They wouldn't follow that. Or would they? See, people aren't as comfortable with being a goddamn content creator or a public socialite like that, even though this man is running around with a Ninja Turtle suit and throwing whatever in the club. You can't, first of all, that club appearance shit. First of all, if you're a socialite or somebody famous, they will have the clubs definitely are going to book you. And a lot of times when you get into the club, they're going to give you a stack of ones to throw. Because the club is doing the same thing that MTR is doing. But guess what? They want you to attract more people to come to their venue and spend money. See, most of the people watching ain't going to know that because they don't go outside. Now, again, something that I stated on the last show, like, first of all, if Broski was a plumber and he was working under another master plumber or working under somebody or had a job or whatever he had going on, it has been inundated. It had been interrupted and disrupted by what's content creator. He don't know what the hell is going on. Now, could he be scamming? He probably is. You know, I didn't tell y'all to donate to him. Just as much as I didn't tell y'all to make him a Manosphere mascot. I know what you mean, Ty City. I know where you're going with it. I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's clout chasing going wrong though, Tampa, because think about it. Let me tell y'all something. You know, a lot of men spend a lot of time in these spaces talking shit about women, but I will say this. I will point out an element that women have brought to the space that nobody's talking about. Good clout and bad clout is all the same. It's clout. Good clout and bad clout in the charts of accounts on the general ledger, it's all the same. It's all the same. And women brought that element to the game. If you an evil nigga, you get clout. If you a good nigga, you get clout. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all some real shit. You better, if you come in the game an evil nigga, people will give you the space to become a good nigga and still get clout. See what y'all are doing, y'all are saying that he presented himself as a good nigga. You end up finding out that he's an evil nigga and be like, oh, we need to cancel him because he's chasing clout. But it's like, what if you wasn't the person that determined if he got rich or not? What if you were the person that determined if you wasn't the person to determine if he blew or not? That's why Brandon Jamal right now, he doesn't need the Manosphere to actually have a fan base. A fan base full of people that will cancel him. He got a TikTok fan base that ain't got nothing to do with YouTube, that'll listen to his music and that'll watch him parade all around with diapers all day. Actually, there is a lot of good clout for a nigga with legal issues ducking probation. Absolutely. It's called a rapper. It's called a rapper. You got a lot of people that's on here, ducking traffic tickets and all kinds of shit. It's called a rapper. We got no business doxing people. And people got no business doxing themselves. You know, shout outs to Black Savant in the building. Shout outs to Joey in the building. Now, Brandon Jamal is still doing music, but he is airing out his family. He's crashing out because he called his sister a sex worker, which is crazy as hell because she was looking for clout. So what I can say, I know I'm wilding like shit, right, Ty? What I can say though is that yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, you got too many people invested in this man's pockets. 100K, 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 100K. Man, that 100K probably gone. I don't see not one nigga jumping out there saying, hey, let me help him with a plumbing channel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me play this real quick. Let's get into what I'm talking about. Let's get into what I'm talking about, though. Duke and Dawn can't wait to expose mediocre tutorials and reviews. Hold on. Hey, I just saw it. I'm sorry. I just saw a meme. my bad. Oh, look, man. Look, the Blackout channel is live from Plumber to Pookie. Look at these niggas, man. Hold on. Let's stream bomb this real quick. Hold on. Y'all niggas funny as shit. I know I'm smarter than this. It's not about being smart. I'm leading y'all to something. Give me a second. Hold on. We're going to get it.
Pookie.
Y'all niggas funny.
Give her fast money. Now, when these Pookies give her fast money, there's a shelf life on that. There's a shelf life on that. There's a huge shelf life on that. The shelf life, right, is usually between 2 to 4 years. 2 to 4 years. And they're either in the upper room or under the jail. Now she got kids by these Pookies, right? But he's gone, and now she's out here. So instead of her realizing, hey, this Pookie, you know, this wasn't a good deal. This wasn't a good choice. This wasn't a good choice. What she ends up doing is getting with another Pookie, right? Remember, this is her in her early 20s. Now she's at least in her mid 20s.
Oh my God. The manosphere is full of guys studying women with getting Pookie. You know what's funny? If we took a lot of this effort respectfully and study guys, or not, I said study guys, study women get with Pookie. If we took a lot of this effort, right, and study, let's say, quote unquote, good women and who they get with, I think men's outcomes would be different. But hold on, y'all. Let's break this down. Y'all niggas be wanting Pookie's women. I'm tired of dealing with y'all niggas, and y'all be wanting women that got tattoos on their knuckles, man. Not listening to y'all niggas, man. Y'all be trying to date women with tattoos on their knuckles.
The conversation that I have during that live stream while I've been preaching, I've preached still thought that he got fired too. I still thought he got fired because he just outright lied.
We did that too because we don't know. We didn't know, right? Because that's what everybody was running with. So I'll give you that. We all got bamboozled on that part.
So here's the thing, bro. So a lot of people are trolling me now because of the 5-hour live stream. When
told you they couldn't wait to call this man a Pookie. Let's get it.
And in reality, if I didn't do the 5-hour live stream, he wouldn't have been exposed this early.
Right, Devin D.
Yo, MTR. Come on up, bro.
Dude, what up, baby?
What's good, MTR? Welcome to the stream, bro.
These are the last two niggas that should be on the stream with each other. But let's get it.
We got to talk about this because...
Bro, let's talk about it. I want you to ask whatever question that you want.
It's going to happen, bro, because you got covered in shit on this one, bro.
Now, listen. I'm all for taking the L. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said, I said at the end of the video, it's not about taking the L. It's what you do after the L. All right? So I got to stand over here with egg on my face because I did something that I absolutely... But, Duke, you did just say something I want to circle back to. You said he didn't fool you. My art... See, here's the thing. He fooled everybody. How? He lied about about getting fired. He lied. So... He lied. And here's the thing.
What's going on, Brownie Ellie? You said, to be honest, I've been asking for Casper the Lovely Ghost. I'm going to tell you the truth, though. I mean, like bro was asking him a bunch of personal questions. Like, what the hell? What he supposed to show you his social security numbers? Like, what is a nigga supposed to do? He's supposed to be producing pay stubs. He's supposed to be producing pay stubs for niggas on the internet and shit like that. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about?
I've been preach. Like the conversation that I have during that live stream while I've been preach, I've been preach still thought that he got fired too. I still thought he got fired because he just outright lied.
We did that too because we don't know. We didn't know, right? Because that's what everybody was running with. So I'll give you that. We all got bamboozled on that part.
So here's the thing, bro. So a lot of people are trolling me now because of the 5-hour live stream. When in reality,
and why are you going in on him? Why is your audience trolling you? What would your audience have to troll you for? Shout outs to Kites, because Kites actually did a honest and real job. Shout outs to Kites. Kites, if you in the building, man, if you could tap in and hit me up, you know, because shout outs to Kites. We got the original couple that interviewed him, you know what I'm saying? Over here at Player Talk Radio. Yeah, he teaming up with YouTube Wendy Williams. Okay, D-Mac. See, I know I'm not tripping. Shout outs to my bro D-Mac. I appreciate my audience. I appreciate my nigga D-Mac. D-Mac keeping me level-headed, just like the rest of my audience. These two niggas shouldn't even be on the panel together. They fundamentally don't agree. This is what I'm talking about. You have guests in the space putting new niggas at the top of the space as the Manosphere mascot, as Ty City said. I ain't gonna lie. All right, Ty City. All right, fair enough. I give you that. I give you that. I can't even say we didn't cover that. I give you that one. But are y'all seeing where I'm coming from? Am I bugging, or let me know? Am I bugging? Because if you see it, I'm first of all, I'm not defending Ninja Turtle. I'm defending what would have been in store for Ninja Turtle should he had been thorough, as they want to claim in this space. Why is he? What are we job interviewing him for? Why do we have to ask job interview questions? Who was your previous employer? Did you get fired? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with your GoFundMe? I think other people aside from the Manosphere is donating to him on GoFundMe than the Manosphere. MTR don't got his money wrapped up into it, and now if he has a whole bunch of audience members with their money wrapped up into it, then I kind of get it. But then even still, it's like, okay, but what do you have in store for him? Are you trying to have him in the face of the Manosphere? What do you know? And if he's a Pookie, so what? You know how much Pookies is running around this bitch? He hasn't even produced Manosphere content yet, so who's he scamming? Anyway.
If I didn't do the 5-hour live stream, he wouldn't have been exposed this early. I'm the first one to do it with the help of
damage control.
Of Queen of Accountability. Let me give her a just due. With between me and her together, besides this, everyone's commenting like, oh, look at his behavior. He's probably a scammer. No.
Right, Devin. There were other Devin D. Shout outs to Devin D in the place to be, keeping his eye on the sparrow. Right.
Channels who were coming out with information on this guy already, right?
I'm the first one to say that he never got fired from anything. That he made that story up.
You said that, but I would say the only one thing that I'll give you credit, your live stream credit for, and I did do that in my first video on this, was that he exposed himself on your live streams. The criticism I have for you is that you didn't go crazy on her. Like, you didn't go crazy on it. Because, like,
right, antisocial. And I gave you a shout out. Earlier for keeping me on my toes. Let me know, hey, Kuda, you know, hey, this is what's going on. Don't jump out the window yet. So I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. You said Ringo been going stupid on MTR. He on some ARC shit. Oh, man. We're going to get into it. Let's get it.
It was like, there were certain things like, okay, so the first part where he said, oh, absolutely not, my ex was lying.
Because first of all, if you're a Duke and Dawn fan, you should be mad that he talking to MTR. And if you're an MTR fan, you should be mad that MTR is talking to Duke and Don. Duke and Don does his best to try to expose red pill people while using red pill vernacular. And if anything happens with MTR, Duke and Don is gonna expose him. Right, Ty City.
About me ever putting my cell phone there in the car, and then like you asked the question again, but you were almost like you were polite about it, but you were still asking the question, and he's like, "Oh well, yeah, you know, I did do that one time. Yeah, you know, I did."
Now, dude,
it was just like,
I get you.
Cool.
And I accept it, Duke. I accept the criticism, but would we have gotten as much information if I shut him down?
He probably would have crashed out on you. We probably just got content.
All right. So listen, you know,
the fucking niggas are more interested in this nigga than the women are. Notice how the women did their job and stepped away. Now we got a group of niggas just like
we 3 levels deep, baby. We 3 levels deep.
Why is it though that you gave him such a big leeway? Because you did. You can't just sit there and deny that. Because a lot of people because Duke, I thought at that time, just like everybody, that he got fired because he was an asshole. I legitimately thought that. You legitimately thought that. Abba and Preach everybody legitimately thought that. Because at the time now mind you, this all happened on Friday. Today's Monday.
Right.
So there was 3 days later where now I release a video that's just like, all right, he got me. Because I believed him. Now, like if you want to criticize me because I believed him that he really got fired, then you just said a second ago that you believed it as well.
But MTR, we're going back to the firing. I agree with you on that. We got bamboozled on that. But I'm talking about like some of the other things that he said that clearly proved that this guy, he wasn't 100%. He lied to you like 4 times. Not just you. He lied to you and your fans like multiple times. Some of the people in your fan base, they caught it. Like, look, you would look at the
They did.
They were like, "Oh,
it's smart fan base."
Even when he was talking about the baby, talking about I can't answer that with that person.
Yeah.
If you want to come has a baby, present them. Like even your chat was like, "Yo, this nigga lying." He lying through his mouth. But like,
I mean, you're asking this person personal questions. If I got with a girl and I'm settling into a new town and I'm living with her because we fucking like rabbits and I think I got something and she got kids and shit like that, like what the fuck do I do? What the fuck? And I'm not with her no more? What the fuck am I supposed to tell you on your show about some bitch I'm not with no more that's running around trying to dox me? Oh, her kids don't eat 3 meals a day. Oh, I didn't pay the light bill one time when we got into it. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I'm not a masculine man because I didn't pay the light bill one time because we got into it? What's going on, Ism? I gotta get online and give you screenshots of my pay stub while I'm actively getting doxxed and don't know what's going on with my life and what's certain. Like, are y'all niggas trying to date him? Y'all want to date him? Y'all niggas asking him questions, bitches ain't even asking him.
That's when.
And then what you gonna do, MTR? Cause I fucked with you, but listen, think about what you doing. What you gonna do? You gonna build him up to be a content creator so Duke and Don can have more content with his every move. Like, y'all don't even realize when your content is driven by hoes. The biggest indicator to know if your content is driven by hoes is the questions that you asking this nigga. Are you gonna have him as the mascot of the space or not? Are you gonna teach him how to stream or not? Are you gonna welcome him in as a manosphere content creator or not? Jesus Christ. Now you got to cover your ass for the clout that you're trying to chase, broski. Respectfully. And you're talking to somebody that you're going to be beefing with in the future. Mark my words.
When you, though, that's when you come in and say, okay, all bets are off. The energy that you have in this video we're reacting to, that was the energy that was needed right then and there in that 5-hour live stream, right?
But looking at the context of the whole stream, right? He all the things that he told me, because Lord knows what's true at this point. He has deep issues, and I commented many times how many deep, traumatic, toxic background. He's gonna have toxic relationships going into the future. He starts naming all this toxic shit, but also at the same time he's saying that the chick is lying. The Latino chick is. By the way, let me also say this as well. I apologize wholeheartedly to the Latina chick. I apologize wholeheartedly. The things that I said during that stream at that time, it's not something that I should have said, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. So I do take those things back. Actually, I had a conversation with the young lady a couple of hours ago, and I apologize to her face to face. So I will say that. So I will say that. At the same junction, though, his shit is just full of toxicity. So I'm just like hearing this shit, and I'm just like, God damn. Now, but dude, I don't know, of the 5 hours, how much have you seen? Many of those times when he would say something like that, I said that's wrong. You know that, right?
Yeah,
like the tractor in the car.
Yeah, we gave you props for that. No, we were completely 100%. We gave you props for that, right? I think even people.
Shout outs to my bro Brian Will dropping the $2.99 on the Cash App. Thank you for supporting Player Talk Radio. Hold on, bro. I got you. Let's get it. Let's go. You player hating on today's show.
I would like to thank God Almighty for giving everybody so much and me so little. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Shout outs to Brian Will. He said respect for the work. Congrats on the 3K. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App and support today's show. Thank you, everybody that's supporting the show. I appreciate you guys. Now, let me tell you something that we've been talking about for a good minute. Because I like MTR and I react to a lot of this stuff because he does good work. He just don't know what side of his fan base he wants to appeal to. And he's in a catch-22 because if he appeals to one side of his fan base that he thinks he should appeal to, it fucks him up in the end. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. If I was him, I would have handled that Pearl situation a little bit different and still worked with that shit. If it meant advancing myself. See, he kind of stalemated himself. And what happened is, y'all, now he's kind of like this kind of guest gatekeeper that's kind of in position to put the new guys that's coming in the space on that probably is going to eventually be bigger than him. And that's not what he wants. And the fucked up part is, look, Brandon Jamal didn't make it. Now we got Pookie on the way. Somebody else in their random life is going to do something recently in the next week or two or the next month, come this summer, mark my words, and go viral. And he's going to do the same thing. And it's a couple of things happen. It's like slowly, is he becoming the mascot of the space? Or is he in charge of putting the mascot in the space, in the space? But what he's doing, because he's really alienating his manosphere audience if they know better by doing this. He's alienating his manosphere base by doing this. The same way he kind of alienated his pro-black base with the Pearl thing. What he doesn't understand is that the audience will hold him to some type of standard that they don't even abide by, and then turn around and ask why you ain't doing this and why you ain't doing that. Same thing happened to me. Yeah, but now D-Mac, he can't disassociate himself from that space because he's on that list. Duke and Don did a show about that list and was talking crazy about him being on that list and laughing. And he brings it up here. If y'all, I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm about to show y'all in this live stream. I want y'all to pay attention to the undertones of Duke and Don versus MTR. They're not even the same. They don't even have the same fan base. What am I talking to this nigga for? Doing expose content.
People here, they like you. It's just that they just thought like, yo, this is like a weird thing to see you doing what you're doing when clearly this guy is lying, right? And what made it even weirder was there was a good majority of your audience. I don't say majority of it, like probably a subsection of them that were very amped up with the story, right? And part of it will probably say, I would have to put the blame on you, bro, because it seemed like they were kind of just wired up based off the previous stories that were done following up to the live stream, right? Because now everyone's bought into the story of this downtrodden guy, and you know, and even at the start of your live stream, because I even kind of felt bad. Guy was talking about he got shot in the head. His childhood was just a complete disaster. I'm like, oh damn, I've never been shot in the head, but I might be crazy too. I don't know, right? Yeah. I don't know what might happen. So all that,
I'm showing empathy for that, bro. I mean, I was so, and I was conducting this like a podcast. On a podcast, you're not gonna be right. Like, I don't know. I'm just have to believe what he tells me.
Yeah, like the last two people you want to associate yourself with in this space, D-Mac, is Duke and Don and LTTV. They are the new super sly and like the outsiders on the manosphere that don't have content for real, unless the manosphere is doing some fugazi shit, which we feed them content. So let's get it.
And at this point, I still thought that he got fired, right? Like, and he's just telling me.
Shout outs to Anti. She said, none of these new Negroes can be some type of mascot for me personally. Yeah. But it's like, too, I want y'all to pay attention also. Is MTR slowly becoming the mascot of the space, but not even the real mascot? Like, it's like off some default shit. It's like, okay, nigga, well, you gonna be the mascot. Since all of a sudden he's the gatekeeper, you're going to be the mascot until we find the mascot. Because that's really his position at this point. You're going to be the mascot until we find the mascot. So I definitely want to, Ty City, if you need the link, let me know. I definitely want to chop it up with Ty City about this, because guess what? I think the mascot of the space is going to end up being a woman. Let's get it.
He's giving me the okie doke, like, oh yeah, I'll get you that information. And I'm just like, okay, like, why would I not? Because you also got to stand this, bro. Like, I'm not a scammer. So it's not top of mind for me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when someone's doing that and as deep as what he's going, I'm just like, now, I take accountability though.
I don't put you in that category of like scammers and whatnot. Like, you're not gonna see me, criticizing you on like courses and whatnot. Because again, you're a legitimate person. You gotta be in business and whatnot. If you decide to give a program or a course on business and whatnot, it is like you have that experience to do that. Like, you got an MBA or something like that. Like, I won't put you in that category, right? But it's mainly stuff like this that we talk about, where it seems like you're giving guys like this a huge leeway where it doesn't need to be. And some of because you got a huge percentage of fans that are women too, and they're looking at this like, bruh, what? Like, clearly this guy has got some flaws, and you're giving him this much leeway. I mean, even before, like, okay, he lost his job. That's horrible, right? But like some of the shit that he was saying, that's you got to be like, yo, something's not making any sense, right? And it was during that 5-hour live stream, so I would give it a grace period, like at the start of the live stream where he was going into the sob story and whatnot, fine. But then when we got into the receipts part, and then he starts going into the receipts and things not start matching up, then I'm just like, okay, hold up. It goes from, you know, I'm feeling sorry for you to like, maybe you're the problem. Maybe this guy's a problem. But and I do not disagree with you. And I think at the point where I'm reaching, and that if I was to change anything about this situation, I would have asked, like, if I was to do this again, and I'll say this is that, you know, I think you said earlier that, you know, I give a lot of leadway when the fact that this is my first time doing like a podcast like this with somebody, like a digital live stream. It's my first time. Like, literally, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, you know, let me experiment with different ways to do content. This situation came up because if you look at my catalog, I haven't live streamed for like 6-7 months. Yeah. Right. I download StreamYard just to have this conversation with him because I believed that he got fired, which to me, bro, like if I'm saying that my mess, like I'm creating content to restore power to men and I want to get these stories out there and everybody believes that he got fired and he got fired for being an asshole, which I said on my reactions, I would not say that. I would not conduct myself like that. There's things that he could do better, right? Yeah. And there's a sliding scale depending upon if you think that what he's doing is being an asshole or if you think that, you know, he's just clapping back or standing up for himself in an entertaining way. Like anywhere in between that didn't deserve to get fired. So that was my presumption. Yeah, and I thought you were right. And that's why, you know, the longer we look at it, the more it looked kind of sus, right? Because then why would you get fired for something so mundane? It's not you said anything bad or you were... It had me livid, bro. Like, I wouldn't even think...
What's going on, War Master? Shout outs to the man of the hour. Shout outs to War Master in the building. Hold on, let me catch up on these comments because I found the next piece of content. I gotta run by y'all real quick. You said MTR screwed up when he made his difference with Pearly Public. Yeah, and shout outs to War Master because we talked about that. He stalemated himself. So it's like, okay, are you gonna be the Manosphere mascot or are you gonna be the gatekeeper to bring the new Manosphere mascot into the space? Because that's what people are looking at him as now. Dennis Sperling, I heard he was sending the dudes to GoFundMe. Niggas are looking for the next YouTube daddy. Absolutely. Right, but that's the thing, Anti. Like, are the Manosphere guys coming out of their pocket for him? Because there's a whole bunch of non-Manosphere people that are supporting him and the GoFundMe. And nobody MTR is trying to welcome him into the Manosphere and the people in his audience. Y'all saw the super chats. Nobody asked him to do this. So this isn't a mantle to say, hey, I'm protecting the Manosphere from a scammer. What type of content is he going to do for the Manosphere? Oh, you want him to be the face of the Manosphere. You want him to be the Manosphere mascot. Gotcha. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on in this space also. Y'all gonna get a kick out of it in the next segment I'm about to show y'all.
Most women, even someone who are real sensitive, would even have a problem with what you're saying enough to be that invested to call your job and then get you fired. That was the one that I found like nuts because it's just weird. Yes. Even there are people on this on platforms that have said way worse than what this guy said. He was just being passive aggressive. So that was like a huge red flag to me. But it was just one of those things that, would you agree though that the overall, and maybe it's not, I'm not saying that your audience, but like it wasn't just your audience though. The majority of the red pill, actually a lot of the spaces caught on to this and were running with this story.
Listen up.
Would you agree though, the people who were primed to do this, even though like they can easily just research this guy's name, were they already like, I don't want to say, were they already kind of conditioned to already view the dynamics this kind of way, where when it involves a woman and certain things like this, and they're just ready to crash out?
No.
You know what I'm saying, or what?
So, I let me try to paraphrase it, see if I'm understanding your question correctly.
Yeah.
You're asking, is my audience?
Not your audience. I'm talking about the people who reacted how emotionally to this story, right? I'm thinking.
Who is that? I don't know if I know.
It's not you specifically. So, okay, so you have the huge community. I'm talking about the audience, the fans, not influencers, but...
Listen to what I'm about to tell you. More of Duke and Don's audience probably supported his GoFundMe and reacted to him more than the actual red pill audience. The red pill audience is confused. Like, who is this guy? And he's supposed to be what? He's supposed to be the face of the space? Like, what exactly is supposed to be going on here? What's supposed to be going on is that he's supposed to be the next mascot of the space. Brandon Jamal didn't work out. I don't know about that, Tyrone. But if you're going to be the next YouTube Manosphere King, y'all ain't shit. If that's the case. All right, let's get it.
There are influencers who reacted to it, and their fans are more sympathetic to red pill ideologies, we would say. So let's use this statement better. Fan bases that've seen that story that are more sympathetic to that kind of red pill story, right? Where they see a guy who stands up for himself, and then all of a sudden the women or the Matrix try to smite him down for standing up for himself. To me, it seems like they were primed for that, right?
I think I understand your question now. Let me try to answer it like this: is that this is not a red pill thing at all. What this is a
he's trying to make it red pill. So I'm not even gonna lie. Duke and Dawn is kind of busting you out here, MTR. You shouldn't be on the panel with him anyway, but let's go.
And who according to him, got fired because of comments on a dating show. That's wrong. That's not pill anything. This has nothing to do with pill shit.
As always, on point, War Master. And it does have a lot to do with pill shit, because y'all were talking about red pill stuff when you interviewed him.
That's wrong. I interviewed him. Full stop. That's it. 3 days later, this is my new video. This is not a pill anything. This is not I think male or female, if that happens, it's wrong. That should not happen. That's cancel culture. Right. For him being an asshole? To get fired from his job? But I believed it. You believed it. Albert Priest believed it. Everyone was just like...
And the funny part that you would click up with somebody that pushes exposing people in cancel culture while people are on the rocks about canceling you, and you had to talk about it because you're on a list. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
That's crazy work, y'all.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Crazy work.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Crazy.
But because of my close relation with him, that I was talking with him, now I can come out and say, this guy's not giving me the information that I need to feel comfortable that he hasn't created a fake GoFundMe. So now the ball.
UFO Kamikaze and most of the people in my chat will tell you, the Manosphere people are on rocks about this guy. Who is this guy? I did like a bunch of shows breaking down that they're trying to make him the face of the space, and that's what this whole hoopla is about. And now everybody want to act confused.
falls on his court. Show us the evidence, bro. You're gonna get on these other platforms.
You're still open to him giving you that evidence, right? So it's not like
I actually say it at the end of the video.
That video that because you didn't mention it, but we saw the screenshot. It seemed like he turned on you, right? Or is he's blaming you now?
Yeah.
Or,
no, he's mad at me.
On that, can you go into that a little bit?
I mean, he's just mad at me. I mean, my thought is that it was all good, and then when I started to ask,
"You not trustworthy, MTR." Listen to what I'm about to tell y'all. You up here exposing DMs, and then you're wondering why this man won't give you his personal information when you're exposing DMs when nobody asked you to. You could have been more tactful and said, "Yo, I spoke to him, and this is what this is the gist of what he said, and this is where he's going." You didn't have to expose no DMs. Why would I give you my personal information in a DM when you can blast me on your show when I'm already getting blasted? Why aren't you handling a situation with care when you see somebody's already getting doxxed? Even if they are full of shit. We gonna do dox me some more?
Okay, but receipts though. And then now it's I'm like trying to paint him as something, and I'm just like, okay.
I thought maybe he rewatched that live stream he did with you and probably realized.
You know who else he talking to? What if he didn't want to give you his personal information?
So maybe I said some things that made me look foolish, and his immaturity couldn't handle it, so he flipped.
Like, we live in a day and age. Not saying this is what MTR is doing, but I'm putting y'all in the mindset. We living in a day and age where a scammer will call you a scammer while they're scamming. We live in a day and age where a scammer will call you a scammer while they're scamming. Why aren't you sending me your personal information? Because you've done a bunch of videos exposing our DMs. What if I DM you something and you put some vital information on the internet that I didn't want on the internet? Why would I give a complete stranger? It's the same thing. Y'all niggas be telling bitches how much money you make on the first date. Like she doing your taxes and shit like that. Why would I give you that information? What, you want my VIN number too, nigga? You want my tag number? Give you my social, why don't you?
Flipped it on you. Because the way he was texting you, and at least the screenshot, it made it seem like, oh, wow, you've ruined my life. You made me look crazy. Like, how can you make him look crazy if in the receipts you're just asking for follow-up? That was weird to me.
I don't know how he could say I'm making him look crazy when he did the interview. And he was happy with the interview. I don't know how I could...
Like, how the hell is somebody supposed to prove that they got fired from a job without giving up the person, like a manager or a job location, in other people's information? How?
Can make him look, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense, bro.
But I don't think you did, though. I think the fact that, okay, well, you did kind of, because you were doing your job. You were asked, even though you could have asked it a little bit more, pointed, to get to the point, you still re-asked restated the question and say, hey, so just to be clear, you didn't put the phone in the car, or just to be clear, you didn't show up at the job. He's the one that self-snitched and said, no, I actually did those things, right?
And I told him it was wrong after I said that. Yeah,
so I think part of me thinks that he knew he was, because there were certain parts where he said, oh, this is going to make me look crazy, but I don't care, right? I think there were during those parts where he probably realized, oh, shit, I probably fucked up, and my image is probably fucked up. So then maybe combined with you pressing him for the receipts, then he decided, well, oh, yeah, you ruined my life, you ruined my image, you're making me look crazy. Because otherwise, either he's psychotic to think that you pressing him for receipts to help him is you making him crazy, or he watched that show and realized he fucked up, and then he's blaming you for it. I don't know.
Bro, I have no idea. I have no idea. If he wants to show us all that he show us a screenshot from a text message, from an email, a recorded, show us that your employer called you that day. Something. Give us a name of a business.
Do you have a name at this point? By the way, do you have a name of the employer? At least a name.
So the queen of accountability.
Bro, why do we need this? This is like the Manosphere teaming up with Lipstick Alley. Why do we need this? The bitches are putting this out anyway, but why do we need this? The bitches have stopped. Mission accomplished. What are we doing here?
Shout out to Daphne. Shout out Daphne.
Good. She's
good.
Holy shit,
She
was
is
sitting there talking
good.
like, damn.
She is.
Think them even realized that nobody mentioned the fake company.
She's good. Listen, I'm so happy to have a friend like her.
Yeah.
And, especially in this conquest.
And this is all speculation, because then what if he produces a company there? What if he produces the receipt and be like, hey, I had to wait because I had to wait till everything was settled, bro. You tripping.
Truth, right? And I think that, I'm more than happy if he can present these things, but, I think he's going to do a follow-up conversation on the first channel that he went for that podcast. And, they're going to do probably...
Shout outs to Kites. Kites, if you in the building, hit me up.
What I did, which is to listen, not try to pick sides, and, just receive his information. But all my question is just ask him, provide the evidence of you be getting fired. See, the thing is, if he set up the GoFundMe, bro, and it had nothing about him getting fired, if he just said, I went viral in a show, a bunch of people talking bad about me, here I got this humanitarian stuff, and I might become a content creator, all fine. But it's that he said that he was fired. And that saying that you're going to be saying that you were fired, it's going to exponentially increase the amount of donations that are coming in.
Yeah.
So, and at that point, it's a rota situation. So, and that's why I said all the way up to my first video, hey, I don't have the proof. So I'm not going to put his link down up in here, but I did have the conversation with for the 5 hours. And it was a good conversation, I thought. Now I'm coming to find out that, he may not tell the truth as much as what I gave him credit for. So the thing is, if people want to say, you should have known. I mean, has no one ever lied to you ever in your life? Has no one ever lied?
Making that right now. Listen, and I equate that to because I went through the whole Daisy situation, right? And that was always I made the equation to that because you made some statements too that no one else has proven just yet, right? And that's the thing. There's no proof of that. And when she came on here and did research and whatnot, there was all these researchers proving what she did for her job, but there were still people with that same assumption saying that she was an escort, even though there was no proof of it, right? And there's still no proof of it. But in this case with the men, this is where you're getting fried at, right? Because the double standard. They've seen certain content of yours and saying, okay, they see the leeway being given to these men on certain situations, but then when it comes to the women, come down hard. And some people FDR think that that's probably why you end up on the Homeland Security list. It probably wasn't an accident. They were looking for you because of shit like this.
See, y'all not getting the undertone. He's going at MTR low key but high key. This is why you ended up on the list. Why he had to bring the list up. I don't get how people in the space is this slow.
That's right.
So here's the thing. I don't think we have enough time to go into the.
That's why he's asking them what are you talking about? What do you mean by that?
Homeland Security list thing. I mean, unless you want to, but at the same junction, when you say not go hard on the guys, I mean, if you look back on the content of the channel just over the past couple of weeks, there's been multiple times where I've called out guys. I got a video up here 2 weeks ago. Simp man rage quits after failing to intimidate man. I have another video. Emotional man gets humbled by logical man. Shout out, what's this brother's name? This podcast. Forget the name of this guy. That's no disrespect to him, but it was two guys having an argument, and I called it out. I also got content where I react to you.
Shout outs to Anti. Austin couldn't be the face of the space for a long time because the space was never Passport Bros. The Manosphere didn't like the Passport Bros. The Manosphere was against the Passport Bros. The Manosphere was originally about saving Keisha. The Manosphere was originally about talking about Keisha's behavior and correcting Keisha until they realized they needed some game. So the Manosphere had to culturally appropriate Passport Bros later on down the line as it went. and other sectors start to disappear and new trends started to come in. The manosphere had nothing to do with Passport Bros. Passport Bros were in the manosphere, but the manosphere was not Passport Bros. That's the problem with the manosphere. The manosphere has no identity, which is why we're going through this bullshit that we're going through right now. And Kevin somewhat gave it an identity that it never had. So now the mainstream that Kevin got into is imposing an identity on the space that it never had. Because oddly enough, what y'all don't hear, and I've been saying this for years, Kevin Samuels, even though he came from the manosphere, was an anomaly in the manosphere. The majority of the brothers in the manosphere are not Kevin Samuel types. Let's get it.
To dudes fighting over something, and I'll label it like fake tough man, da-da-da-da-da. Shit, I just did the reaction to Wes Watson. Didn't you talk about that?
Yeah, that guy's a clown, bro.
Right. So like,
oh, diaper booty.
so for people who are just saying that it's right, like I focus on behavior. Yes, it's more women. I will give credence to that, but men like to talk about women. So that's going to be the majority of the content. That's not going to change.
That's
right?
fair. We can't really press it.
But Duke, if there's a narrative that's saying that I don't call it out on the other side when F-ish arises, then that's not true. Okay. That's people looking at what they want to see and judging by their biases. That's just not true.
Yeah, okay, I see you got a point. Okay, to be fair, and you admitted that, like your majority it is mostly women, but I haven't seen, some of the stuff like the men stuff. So I'd admit that. So yeah, so if you have that stuff videos up there, then yeah, I guess you are. But it's just more, the scales are more for women, and you admitted that. Then men want to.
Yeah, there's no secret.
So as long as you're honest with that, that's fine. So at this point right now, what do you think? You don't think there was ever a job with this guy?
No. I think what happened is that he wanted to say something when he was on that show that was credible, and he said plumber. I think he said licensed plumber. Now, whether or not he has a license or not, whether or not it's active, I don't know. Show us, bro.
Yeah, can I
now, in my guess is that he concocted the story about 500 calls to get him fired. That's my guess right now, based off of the evidence. And I'll tell you this. Please go click into the Queen of Accountability stream on Wednesday, because she has a lot more. Like a lot. Like I was just like, like, oh God, yeah, like a lot does research. And she's a research maniac. Wow. Like, with all respect.
Let me ask you this, MTR. Does this look like a plumber to you?
Dog, that it's so crazy. Now that I look at it, I'm just like, what?
Why is a plumber need a hard hat?
No. Well, there's a tool belt there.
I know it's the hard hat and the freaking vest that's throwing me off. This is not.
And this is how slow brothers are. Yeah, you picked up on that, right? You picked up on that, right, War Master? This is how slow brothers are. What if he's doing plumbing on a construction site? Construction sites have plumbing also. You can do plumbing on a construction site and have to wear a construction uniform. Not all plumbers work in just regular houses and apartments and homes and stuff like that. He could be doing plumbing on a construction site.
This is not a typical plumber's attire. Why does he need a hard hat to fix your pipes?
RP.
Huh?
It's more crossing guard, like a little bit. It is. But listen, hindsight is always 2020, dude. Hindsight is always 2020. And at the end of the day, we got content pieces out of it that we can speak about. Because here's the thing, is that it started out as shit. They're clowning this guy, they're calling him sassy. He just got fired. He lost his job, he lost his ability to make money. How can I reach out? How can I understand his story? How can we turn this into a learning lesson just based off of having empathy for men? shit, there was a discussion of man versus bear not too long ago. And I think to understand that man versus bear shit and to see that that is actually being quantified by modern day educated women is scary to me. Right. And I think that that is what can go into why 500 women would call into his job. Oh, but it's not real, allegedly. Yeah. So now the learning is do more research, right? Yeah. MTR, take the L, and I absolutely will take the L. Bring it on. I will take the L. I'll take it out in public, but I'm not gonna stop interviewing people.
No, don't do that. Don't stop. Nobody's saying you should stop. It's just, the research thing. That's it, right? Can I get to the super chat? Some of them they're about you. So if you don't mind, right?
Do you want me here for the super chat? I feel like you should go because it's kind of late. I want to go to sleep. I'm on the East Coast.
I feel.
So, but Duke, keep doing your thing, man. It's you're definitely needed. You got to keep on criticizing, critiquing, giving feedback. Just keep doing your thing, brother. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, and respect you coming on and take it easy. Just learn your lesson and move on from it. All right, bro.
You learned a lesson too. She lied to you. I mean, he lied to you too.
He lied to me. I get it. We all
lied to everybody.
Listen,
okay, but I'll take the L. All right,
we all got lied to. Shout out to you, though. All right? Take it easy, FDR. Hey, yo, give the dub for FDR in the chat. All right, he didn't have to be here, but he did. And he admitted some things he was lied to. It was some bullshit.
This shit is dumb. And that's the thing too. When you get into this little exposing content, women are a lot better at it. Right, War Master. Women are a lot better at it. Insane One said, what's going on, Chaos? Insane One says, I hate that man versus bear shit. I get the point. Women are supposedly making, but they refuse to realize that the person that they want to help them is a man or a bear. Man man or a bear is a man, not another woman. That's true too. I was just watching this woman getting pulled out of a polar bear encasing by a bunch of men. They don't know if he was lying. MTR is just mad because he's not giving him his personal information. And the guy's like, yo, I got to contact my lawyer. What's going on, Debo? Shout outs to everybody in the building. Y'all hit the like button. Support the show. We're 1 to 2 supporters away from dropping the link for the panel. So let me guys know if you guys want me to open up the panel. Let me show y'all something before we get into the rest of this real quick. So remember, I've been telling y'all this space is being infiltrated right now. And the L Gibbet is coming into the space, right? And I showed y'all a podcast where it's nothing but dykes doing manosphere content. Nothing but dykes doing dating and manosphere content. Remember I told you that? Look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. I don't even gotta play no more Saucy Santana content for y'all. Take a look at this.
Welcome to Surface Level, curious conversations about the Black and queer experience. I'm one of your hosts, Jordan, and today, Tony, Damon, and I are discussing how we can all reject the shame that is often placed on casual sex. I'm going to say a kink or a fetish, and you say the first word that comes to mind. Tony, golden showers.
Negative.
Tariq, spit.
Love it.
You must do that.
Damon, race play.
Hell fucking no, Gerard Carmichael.
What do you think you've learned about yourself and your relationship to pleasure during a hoe phase?
I learned so much about myself. I never really allowed myself to have sex. I had a lot of body trauma, right? And sex just never was for me.
What I learned is that hoe is life.
Okay.
I was going to say that my life is perpetual hoe sex.
This is healing in my hoe phase. So I'm really excited.
Oh no. Oh no. Come on.
Today because we're honored to welcome a very special guest who has dedicated over a decade to activism. Beginning in high school, he created a club that later evolved into the nonprofit organization Caring Colors LGBTQ plus Empowerment. This organization was recognized by the Obama administration for providing a safe space for queer youth and adults, which led to an invitation to the White House to contribute insights on queer policy. Since then, he has grown a loyal following on social media, spending the last...
All right, so I told you they're here. They are here. They in the building. You feel me? They are in the building. Oh, it's not kind of sus. It's all the way sus. The red pill is done, y'all. The red pill is done. Y'all want me to? Would y'all want me to pull that shit back up? Y'all want me to pull that shit back up? Shout outs to War Master dropping the huge and supporting the show. $20 on the Cash App. Hold on. Shout outs to War Master. There's gators in that water. Hold on.
All right. So, a little fishing 101 today, y'all. Because a lot of people been saying, Queen, how you know they got gators in that water? I really want to come fishing with you, but I'm afraid they got gators in that water. What if they got gators? Like, what if the gators come up to the boat? What if, whatever. They just want to know if they got gators in the water. Well, I'm in Louisiana, baby. So let me tell you something. This is how you go find out if they got gator in that water. It's just a little fishing 101 from me to you. All right? Remember, I told you. Hold on. Come with me. Let me show you how you can tell they got gator in that water. So you go, come on down. Come down a little more. Come on down to the water, you know. Any body of water. It don't matter which body of water it is. You just go to that body of water. And this how you go know. You grab that water like that. And you pick up some and you do like that. If that water wet, it's got gators in it. That's how you know they got gators in that water in Louisiana. Remember, the fishing queen herself told you how to find out. You want me to show you one more time? Let me show you one more time. That way you can get the concept. Come close. Come close. You put your hand in that water, you pick up something like that and you do like that. If that water wet, it's got gator. Love you. Bye.
Spawn talking about some nothing from that vid make me think it's done. Y'all want to watch that whole vid? I ain't about to play that whole vid. Nick, you want to watch that whole vid? Shout out to Spawn. You want to watch that whole vid and confirm? Do you want to watch the whole vid and confirm? Come on now. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me let this play real quick. Let me go get my my headset. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me let this play real quick. I'll drop the link. Let this play. Give me 1
Hey
second.
boo, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of. Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Good evening, ladies. Now, I know the last time that we talked about this turtle situation, I said I was going to leave it alone. But then someone sent me MTR's interview that he did with the Ninja Turtle. And I was like, oh, I'm going to leave it alone. Like, it's whatever. Then I saw Abba and Preach, and I saw the video that they did, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. It's not just me, because I'm like, let's just get into it. But before we get into it, shout out to Miss AB. Thank you for your Cash App. I got your Cash App. You're always sending me Cash Apps, and I'm like, oh my God, let me make sure that I remember to shout you out. So I had to give you a shout out. Okay. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. Okay. So if you are unaware, MTR did an interview. He didn't do real research. I just got to throw that out there. It seems like he just called him on and allowed this man to talk, and he got his receipts through the Ninja Turtle, and he just went off of that. It doesn't seem like he actually looked into the information that is publicly out here for him to research. It doesn't seem like he did that. So let me give you the rundown. This man has 7 charges in 7 states. 7 charges in 7 states. He has a recent protective order that was placed on him or against him in 2022. He has over 30 police reports. Okay. Also, this is just my opinion. I believe that this man is a snitch. That is why and I'm going to get into why I believe this. I believe that he is a snitch because a lot of his charges are very serious. We're talking anywhere between 10 to 13 years for human trafficking, money laundering. We're talking 12 years with that, drug distributing. So I'm trying to figure out to a grown man get finessed by a Ninja Turtle. And the whole reason I believe that he is a snitch because a lot of his charges are very serious. We're talking anywhere between 10 to 13 years for human trafficking, money laundering. We're talking 12 years with that, drug distributing. We're talking anywhere between 4 to 10 years. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how is he able to get a shorter sentence? He out here snitching. So in the live stream that MTR did, he asked, the Ninja Turtle, right? He brought up the fact that, the house was raided. Like, he was a part of a situation where a house got raided. And he was like, I don't want to go into details about that. But why don't you want to go into details about the house getting raided? Was because you so get into this, it was very behind all of this is because I'm gonna have to say the red pillars, that section of men, red pill, that section, the red pill, they take those men in that section on, okay. They are upset at women because women who they desire don't want them. And instead of them accepting that, they make it a mission to do content like this to where it's like supposed to be a humbling experience all over the like doing was using their discernment, because no one popped balloons when this man came up on the scene and was like, oh yeah, I'm a plumber, my name's Aaron, I'm a plumber. Nobody popped their balloons. It wasn't until he started to interact with the women and he lacked manners, because it's also been brought to my attention that a lot of men just don't know how to approach and how to interact with the woman. It's simple, keep it simple. Manners works. And it didn't seem like he had any manners. So a lot of women started popping the balloons because of
Cap. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Hold up. All right, we should be back. All right, now hold on now. Hold on now, y'all. Now that's super Cap. Because he had manners. They just thought he was arrogant. He was saying, ma'am. Shit, they went in on him because he had manners. Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. I done switched over. They went in on him because he had manners. He was saying, ma'am. He was being respectful. They got mad when he said, you did me a favor. He had manners. He was respectful. He had decorum. The women were kind of going in on him and saying that, oh, you know, you're short. Oh, I got on heels and all this other goofball shit that they go into. The man had manners. What's going on, James? Hold on, y'all. So that's Cap. Okay. He had manners. What's going on, Chris G? What's going on, Shinobi? Yeah, he was calling them queen. The fuck? He had manners. So that wasn't it. And yeah, they sentencing this man to death. Shout outs to Ism. He said hoes will investigate all this shit and wonder why they can't get the man they want. Man, bruh. I'm telling y'all, man, we doing the Lord's work, man. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. The link is in the chat. You dig? Yeah, has everybody hit the like button? So this is Cap. That's all of that shit is Cap. Yeah, she don't know what the hell she talking about. What's going on in the title? Yeah, calling them queens and shit. Yeah. See, it's annoying now though, D-Mac, to call women queens because the memo is out that, you know what I'm saying? Now you sound like they ex. You know how much niggas call broads queen before they do some ratchet hotep shit? So now you got the men fully engulfed in female gossip. This is why I did it. Shout outs to Anti, because Yanni had some other shows that Anti pointed me to. I didn't get to find them until later, but she did this earlier last night or today. So this is why I'm playing this now. So it's to the point that real guys like myself in the manosphere, I'm not gonna just play a whole bunch of weird manosphere nigga videos, because guess what? They're not thorough, as you can see. They don't do the research, as you can see. I might as well just go to the women's show. You're not gonna out T a T. Men are never gonna out T women. Okay, men can never out T women unless they're doing something righteous. If you're chasing clout or trying to make money in the manosphere space, you're never gonna out T women that do T content. They're just better at it than you are. So I might as well just go to a broad that's spilling the tea and just debunk the bullshit, because they're more thorough and y'all will get more game this way instead of going around the world like men. Since y'all niggas want to act like y'all dating this, niggas are acting like they're trying to date this guy and shit. Yeah, Duke and Don cannot out T them. LTTV cannot out-T them. It just is what it is. I might as well I'm giving y'all the real Earl Grey right now. All right, let's get it.
Just the hostile energy. I mean, it could be felt. And a lot of women are like, okay, that's a red flag. Like, he seems like he's very hostile. And women don't want to deal with that.
Yes, they do. That's cap.
He didn't have manners. That was like my big thing. Honestly, when I first...
That's the first thing they want to deal with. That's why they went after him. Women were more interested in him than all them other dudes. He wasn't sassy. Women like him. They were intrigued by him. Stop it. Get some help. All right, let's go.
Saw this clip go viral. I thought it was hilarious. I felt like he got one off. Roasting each other. I felt like it was great TV. I felt like it was great entertainment. I found it to be funny. I didn't take the man serious.
That's cap.
And the reason why I didn't take the man serious was because he came across as a fake flexer to me. And it was the shirt that really gave him away. His shirt was not.
Now that's cap. They took him serious because he was a fake flexer. What's going on, Ism? Ism, man, you gotta break this down on your show, man. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
What's going on, big old player, man? What's going on, man? Good to have you.
What's up with you, man? For one, you never trust a big forehead, light-skinned woman like this one on the screen right here. Never, ever in life trust a big forehead, light-skinned woman. Every rapper, every movie star, they get a divorce, big forehead, light-skinned woman. Are you some idiots? Listen, hey, man, do these dudes around here even like women? Because they do anything to jab at a woman, man. And if this dude was capping, everybody, we should help this guy out. We should help anything to get back at a woman. And the nigga was lying the whole time.
Well, we don't know yet. I mean, even MTR, he doesn't know yet. But, you know, he's more leaning towards that now. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the women have been saying. But the thing is are the men trying to date this guy, or are they trying to like it's like, what is it for? Like, what would he be scamming men out of? You know what I'm saying at this point?
Well, anytime a brother loses with a woman, they want to, we should help this brother. Man, these dudes ain't no brothers. These dudes is scamming like a mug. And only thing I'll be saying, it's like they want to talk about the judge wig lady when her wig came off. If you a black man and you like black women, 80% of them wear wigs, bro. So that means you don't like women. When you dudes gonna stop being frustrated with women and go on and get one, man? Instead of complaining about a weave, eyelashes, everything is a problem. Do y'all like women?
Well, this is the thing. We in a scamming society. Women are scamming. To say that people don't like a scammer in today's society, that there's a lot of cap behind that, isn't? They love scammers. Scammers are revered. Scammers are the heroes of this society, to tell you the truth. That's the fucked up part.
No, they like a nigga that tell them shut the fuck up and put that pipe on them. Now, if you could put that pipe on them, you will get less mouth. But if you a corny nigga and you ain't got no thrust in your turbos, it's over for you, man. Go on and be on YouTube and be frustrated and angry with women. Now, if you got some thrust in your turbos, you're hitting that thing right, and you tell her shut the fuck up, they like that shit. You niggas is too soft. Where your father at?
Women like scammers in today's society. They prefer scammers. There's a fuckload of new podcasts, right? That's out right now. And women say she prefers the scammer over the 9-to-5 guy. She's like, and let me tell you the reason what they say behind it. And these are quote unquote square ass bitches too. Let me tell you the reason behind it. They say they don't want a guy that's waiting for his paycheck. They want a guy that can give them the money right now, instantly. So there's 100 of these new dating videos where they prefer scammers. They like scammers until they're the ones getting scammed.
Well, that's automatically tell you that ain't a brawl for you. Like I told you, come in the door pimping, man. Come in the door pimping, letting her know you don't play no bullshit about your shit. Because they coming in the door hoeing, smashing on you niggas, talking about if he ain't a scammer, if you ain't got no money, I just stop listening. Bye. Why do I even listen to bitches that's talking about me get him some money off top? Now, I ain't saying don't take your woman out, have a good time, have a relationship. You're going to spend a few dollars. But just these brawls, talking about hit the cash app, pay this, pay that. Man, why y'all even listen to them kind of brawls? And these MTR niggas and shit. Who is this nigga, man? Y'all listen to this nigga. He was around Melly Monaco, and he was scared of the Monacos, and he was around Melanie Key. She was kissing all of them, and the nigga was running. And these niggas are scared of bitches, man.
Well, see, this is the thing. The guy that ended up walking off with the girl on the balloon show, he ended up walking off with the baddest one there, right? And then after he walked off with the baddest one there, he said the reason why he didn't stay with her, because they do like follow-up shows. So he said the reason why he didn't stay with her was like right after that she asked him for money, and she wasn't paying attention to him. She was on her phone and all this other stuff. Cause he quote unquote went there to go get a square broad, and it's like, bro, you're not gonna find a wife on none of them damn shows, bro. You know, so, right?
Broad ain't paying no attention to you. She asking for money. You a trick. She done put you in a trick bag. Y'all always keep going for the baddies, man.
Yeah.
The baddies don't cook. A lot of them house be nasty. You going after the Ferrari broads, man. The Lamborghini, they blow head gaskets. They real temperamental.
Right.
You niggas need to get you a little Toyota, a little Honda bitch. She a 7 at everything. Yeah, she a 7 in looks, 7 in cooking, 7 in taking care of your children. Like you said something that was cold and it stuck with me. You say, y'all niggas want an obedient hoe. And you not even a pimp, nigga. So how you gonna have an obedient hoe? Y'all want to be on Fresh and Fit with OnlyFans, the lowest quote unquote degenerate bitches, but want to talk to them like why they can't be wives. These are hoes. They're OnlyFans. So you got to get the kind of broad that fits your program. Unless y'all just want to complain about bitches. Go ahead then. I get tired of you niggas complaining about hoes. God damn.
Right, for years. I mean, that's what's going on. They complain about them, and that's the type of girls that they want. That's why I'm like, why are you niggas complaining about women? And then I find out the type of women that you like is bitches that got tattoos on their knuckles. So you know.
Then these youngsters, what's that little nigga named Spawn or something be coming on here? Boy, you could be my son, nigga. You little kid. He talk about all these bitches he get. Then he on there at OnlyFans bitches. Man, you niggas is some young tricks. Tricking is for old men and married men. A married man don't want to end his relationship, his family, his 401k, his mortgage, his children. He got a lot going on. So he just want to get the box and he want to get out of there. Maybe his woman don't give him sex like he used to, top. So he get a little lady of the night. Are you an older guy and your woman don't do what you want? You know what I mean? You'd have had a divorce. But the young tricking thing, man, y'all need to stop that, man. Garner a relationship with a broad. Y'all like being with a broad and she done been with 10 dudes in one day? Come on, man. You know y'all can't handle that in y'all mind. Y'all want a broad that's your little box and your little woman. Okay? The reason they talking about this dude so much, for one, he was in shape. You guys got to get in shape. The brother had his hair cut nice. Okay? So if you start there, then maybe y'all can knock a broad. But y'all always trying to get these kind of top-notch broads, and y'all game ain't top-notch. It don't work. You got to stay on your level.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Your attitude determines your altitude. All right, let's get them. Let's get it. Let's see what she says. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Okay.
Giving, I can really pull out 100K out of my bank account, which was why I was confused by Esther. I was, because I get it. Sis was like, "Oh, okay, he's a jackass. Let me finesse." But sis, I that's what was I didn't understand Esther, because I was like, "Girl, that man ain't got no money." Like he was giving off fake flexing energy. And so that's why he mentioned the 100K that he could easily pull out of his banking account. And I wasn't really buying that, because I was like, I could just tell by his shirt alone, that he didn't have any money. Men who have money, they do this thing called the cleaners. They don't like washing their clothes. Men with money don't like domestic work, ladies. Men with money don't like domestic work, so they hire people to clean their clothes. They hire people to clean their house.
That's true. If she Hold on. Put
Did
one.
I freeze
Put
or
one.
you froze?
Okay, you guys should be able to hear me. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay,
Ezra.
you froze for a little second.
Yeah. No, I'm saying they don't really know what men with money is like. I mean, they say all of that, but that's not true. And it's funny how they know how men with money is until it's time for them to go get a man with some money. So,
Hey, cool.
yeah.
I don't know though. When I was rolling real tough, and I used to just be blowing money, just
Yeah,
blowing
you
it.
drop your clothes off at the cleaners and
I used to
stuff
drop
like that.
everything at the cleaners and only
Yeah.
wash my socks and drawers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I used to
Yeah.
want to be pressed and finesse. Every time I stepped out the house, my shit coming straight off the cleaner rack, man. You know?
Yeah, but they don't even know how to get along with men that's pristine like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's some pristine shit. And then also too, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Men with money is actually on some Bill Gates type shit. They wear the same they wear the same they wear the same type of clothes every day. You know?
I consider that a uniform. That's what I like, uniformity.
Yeah, that's their uniform.
I've been wearing different sweatsuits. I got about 15,
Yeah.
16 of them. I just grab one and at least I'm uniform.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And that's and to a certain degree that saves you some money. Now, Bill Gates does that. If y'all don't pay attention, Jay Leno, if y'all don't see Jay Leno wearing anything else but like a jeans uniform and stuff like that. And also, I hate to use him as an example, but look at Myron. I honestly I haven't seen Myron wear any different type of clothing. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see him, he has on the fresh and fit shirt and some pants. But he hung around.
So Myron get bitches before that show. He getting
No, I'm
bitches.
not saying. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that he hung around like Robert Kiyosaki and all them dudes. Yeah, he was hanging around them, so he probably got that game from them to say, hey, get the same outfit in bulk. You know what I'm saying, and save you some money. Because honestly, if you wear the same clothes, that does save you some money. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And
well,
you
you know,
keep
as
up with
black
it.
people,
Yeah.
man, we like
Yeah.
to
To
shine.
style.
Come
Right,
on.
exactly.
Now, everybody got different standard. The black girl will have the $1,500 purse with $15 in it. The white
Right.
girl will have the $150 purse with $10,000 in it. And
Exactly.
the black man gonna want to look nice and got $1,000. The white guy, he might just wear regular and got 20 or 100,000 in his bank account
Right.
because we like to
100%.
shine, man. We on the bottom, so we gotta at least look good and make you
Yeah.
feel good in the inside.
Yeah.
And dude, you say,
Yeah.
why I gotta dress for a woman? I dress for myself. And then we
Right.
go back to the posing and getting chosen without saying nothing, with your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes looking
Right.
good, your car look good, a woman see something about you. You dudes all
Right.
disheveled and y'all want a bad bitch. That ain't gonna happen.
Right. I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, we either wearing or ate our money. You know what I'm saying? As black people, we either wearing it or ate it. But yeah, absolutely. So the women were going in on him. My thing is why is the guys going in on him as if they're trying to date him or if they're trying to get with him, which is the funniest thing
I thought
ever.
the dude was a comedian when he first started. That was my first impression. He said something about his shirt. I said, this dude kind of like a comedian. Like, I don't really believe what he's saying. I thought he was a comedian, man. Go ahead.
Well, him and Brandon Jamal got some like comedic skits out, I think on TikTok or whatever other platform they're in. But the thing is, they're trying to. This is the reason why the guys are messed up behind this is because they're looking for a Manosphere mascot, and they're trying to use him basically as a Manosphere mascot.
What you mean?
And
Somebody to be the poster boy for the reason why women act so funny? Yeah, exactly. So they get behind the dude, and he was lying to you. Y'all done sent this dude hella money. Anything to get back at a bitch. Because I know these bitches be counseling men, so a lot of men want to help another man that they're trying to counsel. So I get the premise, the idea.
No, well, the thing is that also too, Kevin Samuels kind of set a standard for the space, and Kevin was an anomaly in the space. Dudes ain't talking about all of that stuff, so these guys can't even live up to that. The shadow, they can't replace the last mascot, so that's why they're looking for the new people. And the other guy that was supposed to be the mascot was the Brandon Jamal guy, but he was kind of a little sassy, running around with the diapers and stuff like that. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. We're just waiting for another next guy that seems misogynistic to go viral, and they're gonna
There
try
you
to make
go.
him the mascot.
There
Yeah, they're
you
gonna
go.
try to make him
But
the mascot because that's what you're explaining. Which you're not wrong
right.
about that. You're
Well,
they're
why
looking
they
for
can't take
somebody.
some game from Kevin? No. Okay. One thing about Kevin, that boy was always stylish. The boy always, even
But
when he didn't
they
have
don't
his
want to
suit
do
on,
that.
he had the little sweaters on like Instagram. He'd change his look up. He would always have his hair cut nice. He was accepting his gray and making it look like a mature man instead of trying to dye it and all that. That's what a lot of brothers not doing, though, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't put yourself together. That's why the women
But
ain't choosing.
that's the thing, and even to be a trick, your hygiene got to be on point because
Oh, it starts there.
ain't no real bra about to sleep with no stinky ass nigga. But what happens is they miss that train for some reason. They don't think they have to do that much to get the type of woman that they want, which is crazy.
I'm gonna
So
start making a few videos and start with the base, brother. Hygiene, number one.
yeah,
Brother, number two, some nice deodorant, cologne. Number three, get some socks. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta go baby steps with these guys, man. You can't go
yeah.
to maybe you can't afford Macy's or Bloomingdale. Man, you could go to little DD's or one of these little side stores and get you a pack of socks for $10, man.
Go to the swap meet. You in LA?
This
Go to
I
the
mean,
swap
like
meet.
shit and
Yeah.
both. Get you some nice underwear. So you get ready to do something with a woman. Now your drawers ain't together, all nasty, man. Throw them away, man. Go on and spend a few dollars on yourself. Y'all be buying apes of weed. Spend some money on yourself, man. Go get your hair cut. Keep your beard lined up, man. Buy you a pair of clippers. A brother gotta have his thing together. I come from the era where guys were fly, man. These guys want a bad bitch, but you not fly. It's not gonna work.
I don't know what to tell him. All right, let's get back into it. Let
Go
me
ahead.
know. Let me know if you want to chime in if she says something. Hold on. Let's get
Go
it.
ahead.
They hire people to do the domestic work that a woman would normally do. They don't want to do that, so they hire.
That's not true. Men are more independent. Men will cook for themselves. Men will clean for themselves, and men will do all of that stuff for themselves. That's why when you go to certain men's house, you could tell a woman's touch ain't on certain things. But let's go.
So I knew when I saw this man's shirt, I was like, he don't got no money. I'm just being honest. Because I've actually dated men with money, and one thing they don't do is spend money. They don't waste time. I'm sorry. They don't waste time on domestic work. They go to the cleaners, they pick up their stuff, and then they throw it on. You can tell it's been ironed, it's been starched. That shirt wasn't giving starch. So I knew immediately he didn't have no money, which was why I was kind of throwing.
Hold on, Cooter.
Okay.
How this one broad right here know all men with money? Or either
Well, I
she's
don't know. I'm about to do a show because she has like some tips.
okay, but she might
women,
have dated what, 5, 10?
No,
How
but I'm
she
saying
know all rich men? I know men with money. Okay, what, you done been ran through by men with money? How you know? Because you met 3, all of them got to be the same. And my mother always taught me, I'm so blessed, how to cook, clean. She would taught me how to do a little hem on a sew. I can't sew no whole suit, but I can hem a pan a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She taught me the basics. So if you ever on your own, you won't like need a woman. It's some men can't even work the washing machine.
See,
So some of y'all need a woman, man. So teach your sons how to take care of themselves, man, where they can be independent. So a woman should be extra, man. Some dudes really can't make it without a woman.
But look at this. We're more independent and self-sufficient now that men have to teach women how to use washing machines. Men got to teach women how a dishwasher works. Men got to teach women a lot of domestic stuff nowadays. Obviously, we got Uber Eats. We got all of these different things. And the internet, one of the things women did with the internet was one of the things with the internet is that they made beauty all inclusive. So to a certain degree, you know what that did? That made bum dudes or lackluster dudes have access to women like this because they're more common. See, it's taboo now. See, back in the day, a woman like this can say, "Oh, I date nothing but rich men," and it's more believable. But that's not true. With the internet now, you can find somebody that looks just like a Yanni or looks just, or looks even better. And you could be a lackluster dude and have access to this type of woman. So later on this week, we're going to go over the dating tips that she has for women on her page. And let's see if it really holds up. Let's see if she's giving women good game in 2024.
All right. I'm gonna tap out. Cool. I just coming to give me a little coffee. I was listening to you this morning, man. I'll be in the shadows in the cloud. I'll be hovering, man. I'll be hovering, man, in the Starship Macaprise. The Starship Macaprise, man. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll be driving the Starship, man. You know what I'm saying? Captain Flirt, man. Captain Flirt, man. That's Uncle Izzle, man. So I'm gonna see you players later, man. Hopefully y'all get some inspiration from me or from Cuda, man. And go on and do something with your life, man. Go on and get yourself in shape and knock you a nice young bitch, man. I'll see you in a minute.
Shout outs to Ism in the building. Yeah, go knock you a nice fresh young knock. Shout outs to Ism, man. Yeah, man. You said it's very easy to make fun of men. Absolutely. Absolutely. You said exactly. I taught an ex of mine how to wash clothes and cook. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then they have apps for all of this stuff. Like they have maid apps. Like I forgot the name of the app, but there's an app that if you need a maid or if you thought about getting a maid, you can just hire regular people that get on the app and basically do maid work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of this stuff that used to be exclusive is not exclusive no more. I want y'all to realize this: the rich have hand-me-downs. So in America and in other places, even in third world countries and stuff like that, because like even out here, um, and even in Thailand, Uber is still kind of fairly somewhat of a new thing. But it was always a lot of the stuff that's normal to us now was a service for the rich at one point. You know, GPS and navigation and self-driving cars and all kinds of stuff that used to be reserved for people that have money. But what happens is you need to have the rich class so that the regular people can get the hand-me-downs. Okay, I remember having a phone in your Lincoln was a big thing that used to be reserved for the rich. Okay, so the internet is all inclusive now. Like people will be like, yo, you got to date in your league. What does that mean? Like a lackluster dude can have endless access to Yanni. He can text her whenever he wants to and whatever he wants to. Nigga, some random nigga off the street has access to send Yanni a dick pic if he wanted to. This is how accessible people are on the internet and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? So the internet has changed everything, I didn't think, I'm going to tell you the truth. Back in the day, this is why you can't dime shame people now. I used to think you had to have money to mess with girls like this, that look like this. I used to think you have to have a whole you have to have and you have to have endless money in the bank. Nigga, no. No. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have none of that and you can have full access to actually you'll have more access to a woman like this than a guy that has money. The irony, y'all. All right, so let's get into it. Can you really take somebody that looks like this telling you about men with money? You know what I'm saying? Men with money seriously. No doubt you've dated men with money, but why aren't you with the man with the money? What's the discrepancy there? Let's get it.
Let's be nice. Let's be nice, because let's get down to business. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out here, but let's get into the Ninja Turtle that's been out here embarrassing the red pill community because they decided.
And you see the propaganda. Why is she referencing him as red pilled? How do I pick up on this shit and people in red pill spaces don't? Huh? How do the women pick up on this shit and people in red pill spaces don't? And I dare this motherfucker to get on here and lie and say that women don't like scammers. Let's get it.
Endorse this man, and they want to uphold this man like he is the example to speak your mind as a man.
Women nowadays have a scammer mindset. Women nowadays have a scammer mindset. They don't have the diva or gold digger mindset that they did back in the day. All right, let's get it.
So let's see, what activity has he been up to this past weekend, to be exact? Okay, so I told you that his recent rap sheet, the last incident that he had was in 2022. He has a recent protective order that was placed against him, right? So he got kicked out of Arizona. I told you that man was still in Arizona. He got kicked out of a nightclub in Arizona over the weekend during his birthday celebration. So let's get into that, because this is funny.
Why do we need to know that? Bitches get kicked out the club all the time. Why do we need to know that? It's lit. Let's go.
This is what happens when you give a Ninja Turtle too much attention. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to handle it. So here we go here.
And he's doing right by the clout if you kind of pay attention, y'all, because he's embracing the names he's been called. I'm pretty sure he's profiting off of that girl calling him a Ninja Turtle and him finding a Ninja Turtle suit and actually embracing it. He's taking the stigma, the sting out of what should have hurt. Okay. Anyway, never mind. Let's go. So he's doing a club appearance here because he's in the VIP by himself. He's like the only one there. This is obvious. This is I've been a rapper before. I can tell what a walkthrough looks like. So he has a friend or whatever, and he got invited to a club. He's doing a club appearance here, and sometimes they give you money to throw. Okay. Or maybe he's throwing his money. You never know. Okay. You know, nobody sits there and says, hey, I need a receipt on what you're doing with your money. All right, let's get it. He's the only one in that VIP section. Look at that. He barred off.
He done ran off with the church's money.
How did he run off with the church's money when that GoFundMe is still up? Did he cash it in? Is the GoFundMe done? I think that GoFundMe is still up. So use your common sense, y'all.
Look at this mess.
And women love this, by the way.
Look at this.
She's talking about some.
And this is a prize. Like
Yes.
I don't know about y'all. Like
Yes. Don't let this harlot lie to you. Yes, it is a prize. You want to know why? Because she's mad because he's not in front of her doing the same thing. If he was in front of her throwing money, she would have been okay. So it is a prize. It absolutely is a prize. Absolutely.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
And y'all can answer this. Do y'all want a flashy man? I don't like flashy men. I think it's tacky.
Cap.
I like men that have debit cards, credit cards, wallets. He definitely be skipping leg day. Okay. Then I don't know what this was about, but it continues.
This man is in the club with Rick Ross. This man is in the club with Rick Ross. Women will absolutely go for a man like this. He's in the club with Rose. Come on, man.
Okay, so he was fangirling Rick Ross. Okay, so he stepped out. Rick Ross was up in there that night as well.
Yeah, because your ass would have been in there with him.
He was feeling himself. Do you hear me? He was feeling himself.
Yeah. Enjoying themselves. See? Man, see, I be knowing what I'm talking about. Y'all don't deserve me. Y'all don't deserve me, man. Y'all don't deserve me. They got a whole sign dedicated to him talking about some "you not qualified" queen. Y'all don't deserve me. Didn't I tell you he was in there doing a damn walkthrough? Come on, man. You said you got Fantasia out here talking ish about me. What is Fantasia saying? Let's go.
Y'all, this is worse than y'all remember when I spoke and haven't charged this young bro. You know what? Around, he makes them look like a joke. But shout out to the red pill for that, because they messed themselves up with that. They make men who actually change their life around. You know, they come from a troubled past, troubled beginnings, whatever the case, whatever. He makes men who have actually done the work to change their life around, right? He makes them look like a joke, because what the hell? So that's what he was doing with the donations. and I'm talking.
How you know he was doing that with the donations? I think the GoFundMe is still up. Hold on. How you know he was doing with the donations? I think his GoFundMe is still up. So how's he doing that with the donation? You know? Shout out to DJ Shido, man. What Fantasia say about me? I told y'all he gonna get mad as hell if I show up on Risky.
Donations that he got on Cash App, okay? Because he had his Cash App flashed everywhere.
Okay. He got invited to do an interview somewhere. He got the box girls holding up his slogans on their signs. What he's not supposed to pour into what he got going on in his life right now. Like I'm missing the point.
I don't know if it's like 3 hours in, towards the end of the interview, MTR had his Cash App. So this is what he's doing with that Cash App money.
How you know that?
That's crazy, because he hasn't gotten the GoFundMe yet money, which I don't. We're gonna get into if he even gets that. All right,
let's get it.
Here he go again, still throwing money.
And let me tell y'all something, because Yanni is lying her ass off. They go after dudes just like this. This is her type. This is her type.
That's a mess.
And she low-key jealous too. Shit, let me be in a club with Rose partying and shit like that. Nigga, spend that shit back. Play that hustling again. Nigga, fuck around and play the whole Port of Miami in that bitch. And then play Triller right after it, nigga. And then let's get into deeper than rap. Here I am, nigga, all types of shirts gonna be off and money's gonna be thrown. Fuck it. What's going on, Bella? Let me get off the Casamigos and be partying with Rose. You got me fucked up. I'm gonna have a blast.
Okay.
And nigga got his ankles out and shit. Like what?
He loafers on. He really feeling himself.
He can't have a good time while his life is in chaos. Gotcha.
This is Okay, y'all get it, right? So here he is again. He's saying that he can't access the GoFundMe money due to people reporting it, but he said keep donating because we sent all supporting documents. Okay. Interesting. Look at this brother right here. His Anthony, he's reaching out to him saying that due to an incident that he had with a girl a few years back, the man didn't even respond. Didn't respond to that young man at all. Just ignored him. Okay, more stuff. So here's the GoFundMe. He can't access it because people have reported it. So it's paused. Oh, I didn't get him. I didn't get him, Panda. I don't think. I'm just now seeing it. I didn't see it. Okay. But thank you for the super chats. So he can't get the money. Okay.
People will sit up here and be like, I'm not interested in this guy, but let me spend the next 3 hours talking about what he's doing.
So that's the update so far. So I just wanted to give y'all a background on this whole situation. I am going to get into MTR's agenda. His agenda, and he tried throughout this interview, was to push that this man didn't have any male guidance, that he grew up in a single mother household, and his mother was the one to blame for why his life turned out the way that it did. He tried that angle, and it really didn't work. I don't think it really stuck because, again, this interview was very it was all over the place. It was not structured well at all. Then another agenda MTR tried to push is that modern women don't want blue-collared men. And I dated a blue-collared man. I don't get why he's trying to push that. Like, you know, women don't want blue-collared men. Blue-collared men have good money. I don't get it. So
he's not trying to push that. Actually, women don't push that. Women look down on blue-collared men. They really do. You literally gotta find a young lady that's had a father that was in a blue-collar trade to even have the mental concept that they actually make money and they're actually vital to society. So let's get it.
I don't know. They make really good money, and a lot of them are going to survive like the pandemic, the recession. You know, it's a job title that can really survive some really hard times. So I don't know.
Blue-collared men, they have a respect locked out. They're kind of locked out of a certain amount of respect. People, it's weird. Like, people are very weird. They would rather respect a quote unquote, whatever that means, corporate guy than blue-collared work. All right, so let's get it.
Where he got that from. Another agenda that he tried to push throughout his interview was that also women don't know how to handle rejection, or women don't know how to handle criticism. And in my opinion, I feel like that too is a reach as well, because I don't feel like it was the criticism that women had an issue with. It was just his tone and his approach to the criticism that he was giving them, because criticism can be constructive, in my opinion, and that just wasn't it to me. So he tried, and blue-collared men have good benefits. A lot of them, they have jobs.
Constructed. You mean constructive? She said constructed. Constructive, Yanni. Constructive. You know when I'm correcting your words, something's wrong. Constructive, not constructed. And let me tell y'all something. Women have been shitting on blue-collared men, especially now that everybody's a culture appropriating manosphere rhetoric and dating and stuff like that. And Kevin Samuels has introduced the concept of the high value man, which which in theory it overlooks blue collared men. You know what I'm saying? It overlooks blue collared men. Okay. For the past almost going on 5 years, it was men that had to let y'all know, hey, blue collared men make money. Hey, tradesmen are needed. Hey, they get benefits. Hey, they actually made money. Hey, you understand what I'm saying? Trade jobs now are looked at as just regular jobs now, like back in the day. Women want the scammers, corporate, or high value men. That's what they're going after. We just coming out of a space where where that's all they said. Blue collared men was not in their lexicon or their vocabulary, and that's not one of the first things you hear when they look for. That's why I said most women don't say, I want to be the wife of a plumber. That's unheard of. Okay. And I don't know why they think men shouldn't have an opinion when we date y'all. Okay. Number two. Number two, we had to fight because I was fighting for average value men, which happen to be tradesmen, which isn't average. But guess what? They do blue collared work. Okay. So, women they wasn't running around here talking about something. I want to date an electrician, or I want to date a guy that knows how to do roofing and shit. They wasn't running around here saying that. The only reason why they're running around here saying that, and now all of a sudden they have to have a little bit of sense now when it comes down to dealing with men, is because they're realizing not every woman, first of all, can get a man, much less a man that makes a lot of money, waiting to spend it on them. Because it don't matter if you get a man with a lot of money. If that nigga ain't gonna spend it on you, or you don't know how to get that nigga to spend it on you, or you don't bring nothing else to the table for that man to spend it on you, it doesn't matter. It'll end very quick. What's going on, Stoic? So now that we're going into a dystopia, now that we're going into a dystopian type world, now all of a sudden it's hey big head. The blue collared man and the tradesmen of today are the hey big heads of the dating pool. You know, so when that corporate or high value man says, hey, I don't fuck with you, there's a guy there that's like, hey, big head, my toilet is stopped up. Can you help me? You know, my my lights is my my light switch in my bathroom doesn't work. Can you help me fix that? Do you know what's going on? You know, can you, like now all of a sudden the cable guy looks appealing to bros, so let's go.
Security under the union as well. There are a lot of benefits to dating a blue collared man. I don't know why MTR was really trying to push that, as if women with sense don't know how to identify intellectually with a man that has a good job. Okay, he has health care and all type of stuff. Like, come on, like that was just, I don't know. But you could tell the type of men, no, you could tell the type of women they go after. Of course, like girls that are Instagram baddie.
But the crazy part is now that they're hey big heading the tradesmen. The tradesmen, they're passport bros now. The tradesmen are like, hey, you know what? The internet made beautiful women accessible. See, me, when I was dating, you know what's funny? Not even when I was dating. I don't know why I'm acting like this is a feat, or this was a long time ago, but it was yesteryear, because it's taboo now for me to say what I'm about to say. Like I said, you can't dime shame people these days. You can't really dime shame them because dimes are for everybody nowadays. If you have a mouthpiece, but not even if you have a bag of weed. Anyway, I used to think all pretty girls would get a rich man. Even though I knew it wasn't true, it was just in the back of my head. I'm like, well, this girl's pretty. It's not hard for her to get a rich man, because pretty girls would always get scooped up by wealthy guys or well-to-do guys, right? It's what we call in the game the the Rapunzel effect. But when beautiful women made beauty all inclusive with the internet, this is why average women are running around calling themselves dimes. This is why women that's going to go get the BBLs, they're just like Dr. Miami has a BBL dollar menu, and broads just show up in his office talking about something. Let me get the number 7. They all get the same body. You know what I'm saying? The same body. The same Captain Ginyu Scouter body. They all get the same body from Dr. Miami. So it's not even letting the market decide anymore. When you let women decide, they all get the same shit. So like, I'm not gonna say they're the same, but the dimes and the average girls are interchangeable. And something that will never change, because if you understand the world, numbers, and dating and things of that sort, is that average women always got more men than dimes. Being pretty and reasonably pretty is intimidating, that it actually wards off a lot of men. And average women actually get more men in chances than a dime. This is a fact. This is a fact. They get more chances than a dime. The problem with average women, this is why they're just saying, "Oh, well, I'm a dime," and every girl just saying they're a dime, basically saying that you should feel good and look good in your skin. So now, if you say that she's not a dime, it seems fucked up when it's not. Um, they can, they just call themselves a dime. The thing is that they don't know where they're at on the scale of 1 to 10. 1 to 10 is one of the worst scales you can never use, but they don't know where they're at on the scale of 1 to 10 because one day they go to the store dressed in sweats. They probably look bad, and it's like, okay, today I'm an 8. Okay, but I'm naturally a 6. But when I put makeup on and I get dolled up, now I'm a 7. Like their attention varies with what they do and how they carry themselves, and then also the subjectivity of the guys that they're around. So you can very much be average, but depending on the spectrum, your looks are going up and down. So it's kind of a dumb thing for a woman to try to gauge unless it's intentional. You understand what I'm saying? Or strategic. Also, too, um, it's subjective. Beauty is subjective, because you could be an average girl and be a dime, to whoever. So, you know, but the internet, y'all, made everything all inclusive. And when men adapt to the internet, which they are adapting very slowly, because women have already adapted, and once women have their pick of the litter and all this other stuff, um, you have people that shouldn't be getting play or wouldn't be getting play get play. What am I talking about? Well, when the internet and social media took off, everybody's dating pool raised, whether you understood it or not, whether you thought you had it or not. Everybody's dating pool greatly rose. Okay. So just the fact that your dating pool rose as a man, you're promised more than 1,000 dimes. if we're gonna talk about the numbers, so hey, let's get it.
Or girls that are into the whole aesthetic and having a certain lifestyle, and that's all they really care about. Of course, they're not gonna want the blue collared man because they're big on looks, they're big on status, they're big on appearances and how things look to the public and things like that. So he tried to make it seem like,
and see, that's how taboo and shallow thinking women are. Obviously, this is why I tell you guys to have a shtick. If you're a plumber, of course he's not gonna pop out with you. But if you're like, uh, let's say you're a plumber, right? And I said a shtick. Well, a shtick is a shtick, but a edge. let's say you're a plumber, but you take some of your paycheck and you gamble at the casino, and you're a famous gambler. That's your edge. You gamble and you're actually good at blackjack and all the, Texas Hold'em and stuff like that, and you make money doing that also, aside from being a plumber. She's gonna be with you because of your edge, not the plumbing. You understand what I'm saying? Not the thing that probably supplies you having that edge. You understand what I'm saying? Um, let's say let's say you work at a grocery store, but you snowboard on the weekends and you go to snowboard competitions and stuff like that, and your paycheck from the grocery store kind of takes care of your expenses and your food and all that other stuff. And when you're off, you're snowboarding, but you're cool with everybody and you're famous, and like the owner of like a lodge or something like that. She's gonna be with you because of that status and that people know you, and you're like this cool guy that does some cool shit on the side. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, y'all be leading with y'all jobs. No, lead with your edge. Have an edge, which is basically the world that you're gonna be pulling her into. You understand what I'm saying? So, all right, let's go. So they get with you more for your edge than anything else.
Like all women are like that, which I felt was also weird. So let's get into this interview that he did with the ninja. Let's see. Is it this one? Or is it this one? Did I miss it? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's start with his background. Let's start with his upbringing, because there were some red flags, and I was shocked that MTR did not question him.
And let me ask y'all a question. There was like 8 other girls on that show. Why are y'all worried about his background? Like, have y'all ever did this much digging and background and homework on another woman? Like, has the guys in the space like dig and did this much research and background on a woman? Like, do women have paperwork parties? Like, some of the broads that y'all like to date, because y'all be dating broads with tattoos on their knuckles, they got a criminal record too. They got a criminal record also. I don't see y'all doing homework on them though.
On some of the things that he was saying.
Thank you so much, my G, again, and thank you for continuing to support the channel. 20 years in the joint and still out doing something in your life that you find purpose in means a lot. All right, means a lot. Shout out to you, my G. Let me keep going and acknowledging. Shout out to Tiny, outsmarted they ass. Shout out to Miss Help Me, $5 super chat. What if they had stretch marks? Damn. Shout out to Enemy Zero with a $5 super chat. The hair on her arms put Wolverine to shame. Shout out to Jonathan Banks with a $10.
Weapon X. I like that name that they gave me.
Is that your fitness name?
No, it's not my fitness name, but as fit overall, just call me Aaron. But if you want to joke or something, you see me, hey, Weapon X, because you seen my comedy skit that I did, then it's fine with me. I wouldn't be upset at all.
Yeah, we're gonna bring that up here in a quick second as well. So also too, this is you going viral on that Pop the Balloon. It's your first foray with being on the internet itself, right? So within that being stated, there's no information about you. So there's a lot of people that are saying a lot of different things, making up information. So I wanted to start at the beginning first. Can you talk through your home life? What was that like?
No, this man is very much aware of what it's like to be on the internet and to have a lot of people looking at him. He's been on the news, sir. He made a Craigslist post. He's very familiar with being on the internet. I thought that was weird as well. And that's another thing that you will see throughout this live stream, is that MTR does a lot of projecting on this man. And it's very weird. You don't know this man. So he was also vouching for him through this interview. And I thought that was a little weird and strange because, again, he was trying to push an agenda. Okay, he wanted this man to be seen as a victim. He wanted this man to be seen as if he was being bullied online for no reason.
Like, were you in a 2-parent household, brothers and sisters? You could just describe that.
I'm from Stockton, California.
All right. I'm not going to be doing this for too long. She said that this man was getting bullied online for no reason. What's the reason that he's getting bullied online for? What would be the reason that he's getting bullied online for? He just went on the balloon show. What's the reason to bully him online for? I don't get it. So if you're a criminal or have been a criminal and you go on a balloon show, that's grounds for you to get bullied. Hey, you're a criminal. The world needs to know. Bully him. You got women right now that's laying next to a criminal talking about this man is a criminal. You said, and she a criminal herself too. Bitches be stealing grapes from Walmart and shit. You said, you said because he made women feel bad. That's why, right? Now he deserves to get bullied online. Okay, he made one woman feel bad. Oh, now he gets bullied. Okay.
Where I was born, and I grew up in Sacramento, California. Throughout my child, I grew up in a single parent household. My mother raised us. It was 5. I'm the oldest. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. And my childhood, it was rough, honestly. By the grace of God, I was fortunate enough to have 2 grandparents, and if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be alive to this day. My grandfather was a computer engineer for NASA, and he was well off, and he took very good care of us. My mother, she was addicted to crystal methamphetamine, probably since I was, 1 year old. And shout out to my mom.
Is your mom in your life currently?
Yeah.
Look, she ain't got nothing to say about that. She just blinks. I bet you if he said his dad was on crystal meth, that's the problem. She ain't saying nothing about his mother. Okay, all right, let's go.
Shout out to my mom because trying not to get emotional.
Yeah, I was looking at your shirt too. Your mom didn't raise no dummy.
Yeah, shout out to mom. My mom been clean for 2 years now, and I'm very proud of my mom for that. And
what about your father?
My father, he's not really in my life. I don't really speak with him very much.
Now, mind y'all, she did 3 videos on this guy, and now she took 3 or 4 videos or whatever, and now she's. Hold on, give me 1 second, man.
But
hold on.
He played a role later on as I.
Now, keep in mind that this man said his father is not in his life. His mom is, but get into his childhood and how he views the relationship dynamic between his mother, his father, and everything like that. So keep in mind that his mother is still in his life and his dad is not.
I got older, and we can shed a little more light on that. Yeah, my father came into my life as I got older. God, that's ridiculous. Sorry about that, you guys. It's been crazy. So many people just calling me, texting me, blowing up my phone. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But sorry. Yeah, I grew up in Stockton, Sacramento, man. I bounced all around.
So you were on your father. So how's your father's role been within your life?
My father, he came around when I was older, but I had a different perception of life due to what my mother installed in me about him.
Dang, my
father tried to
she
be
got hella
active
makeup
in my life. He did everything within the court system, and my mother put nothing but negativity inside of me and made me believe, my father was a negative person. So as I got older,
is there a do not disturb on the phone, brother?
Yeah. Turn my phone on, please.
I also want to highlight that he said that his mother planted seeds in his mind as a young child that his dad was a negative person. Negative person. That was the word choice that he decided to use. Not a bad person, a negative person. But listen to what he has to say about his dad, though, and some of the things that he was into.
Told you she waiting for the
when
dad.
He was young.
Told you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you good, bro.
Technical difficulties throughout a live stream.
Damn, now you got women clowning y'all on tech. That's crazy.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. I guess in the meantime, let me acknowledge some of these super chats that came in. Shut up. On just speaking about your father, impact within your life after. So I guess at what point in your life did you realize that your mother had poisoned your mind against your father in order, I guess, to just not allow you to have contact with him?
I honestly didn't realize it until I became a man. And probably when I was like 20, 20 years old.
All right, hold on, my bad, y'all. I'm up here looking for. I'm looking for my. I lost my damn lighter, and this storm is knocking out the Wi-Fi. Hold on, y'all.
My grandfather was a computer engineer for NASA, and he was well off, and he took very good care
I
of
ran
us.
it back a little bit.
My mother, she was
negative person. That man said his father is not in his.
So basically, he said he's similar to his father. And now she's bringing up all of these charges like pimping and pandering and all this other goofball shit. So I don't know where the pimping charge comes from, y'all, but let's get it.
His life, his mom is, but get into his childhood and how he views the relationship.
Father, so what father's role been with your life?
my father. He came around when I was older, but I had a different perception of life due to what my mother told me about him.
Mom didn't raise no dummy.
Yeah, shout out to mom. My mom been clean for 2 years now, and I'm very proud of my mom for that.
And what about your father?
My father, he's not really in my life. I don't really speak with him very much, but he played a role later on as I.
Now, keep in mind that this man said his father is not in his life. His mom is. But get into his childhood and how he views the relationship dynamic between his mother, his father, and everything like that. So keep in mind that his mother is still in his life and his dad is not.
I got older, and we can shed a little more light on that. Yeah, my father came into my life as I got older. Sorry about that, you guys. It's been crazy. So many people just calling me, texting me, blowing up my phone. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But sorry. Yeah, I grew up in Stockton, Sacramento, man. I bounced all around.
So you were on your father. So how's your father's role been within your life?
My father, he came around when I was older, but I had a different perception of life due to what my mother installed in me about him.
Lighter.
You know, my father tried to be active in my life. He did everything within the court system, and my mother put nothing but negativity inside of me and made me believe, you know, my father was a negative person. So as I got older,
not a part.
When I got older,
is there a do not disturb on the phone, brother?
Yeah. Turn my phone on, please.
I also want to highlight that he said that his mother planted seeds in his mind as a young child that his dad was a negative person. Negative person. That was the word choice that he decided to use. Not a bad person, a negative person. But listen to what he has to say about his dad, though, and some of the things that he was into when he was young.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good, bro.
Where was I at?
You were talking about that your mother was poisoning you in your mind towards your father. We lost him? Looks like we lost him. Let's give him a second to log back on. Let me try to hit him up on Instagram. Let's see if he's.
I've never in my life seen so many technical difficulties throughout a live stream. Okay.
All right. I guess in the meantime, let me let me acknowledge some of these super chats that came in. Shout out on she's speaking about your father impact within your life after. So I guess at what point in your life did you realize that your mother had poisoned your mind against your father in order, I guess, to just not allow you to have contact with him?
I honestly didn't realize it until I became a man, and probably when I was like 20, in my 20s maybe or so. I used to despise my father, you know, because he would try to instill discipline in me. You know, my father taught me how to build a house. I was a carpenter's apprentice when I was like 15, and my father did everything he could to instill discipline in me because he has a similar story to mine, and he knew, you know.
He has a similar story to mine. So 7 charges, 7 states, recent protective order of 2022, over 30 police reports, human trafficking, pandering, pimping, money laundering, drug distributing. Was your mother really poisoning your mind, or was she trying to protect you as a young boy? And that information was never cleared up, because I wanted to know, how did your mother poison your mind as a young boy?
Because mothers don't poison their young kids. That never happens. I've never heard of something like that happening. Mothers don't sit around and say your daddy ain't shit and you just gonna be like him. Stuff like that don't happen. I've never, in the black community especially, I've never heard of that being the thing. Mothers don't say, "Oh, you look just like your daddy." That ain't shit. "Oh, you act just like your daddy." Oh, I've never heard anything like that ever in my life. It's non-existent. It's cap. Gotta be.
Never got into it. So if your father had a similar story to yours, I could see why she kept this man away from you at a very young age. Maybe she didn't want this man to.
I've never heard a black woman say that about her kid compared to another random black woman on the internet that's a stranger that's prepared to say the same thing about him. I've never heard that before. This is coming from a woman that's on the internet that's prepared to say the same thing about him. Never heard that before, y'all. It's a it's a mystery. Scooby-Doo. Oh, I've never heard a black woman talk shit about a black man, especially if he's her kid. Hence a woman that's about to talk shit about a black man. Let it build.
To influence you at all. That's what I was very confused. Unfortunately,
confused,
they never got into how his mother poisoned his mind.
Really?
We never heard it. So I think it kind of comes across as if he scapegoats her for the reason as to why his dad was never around, which it sounds like his dad still isn't around, but he still blames his mother. It's very weird to me.
You know exactly how the story would play out, and did everything he could to keep me out of the lifestyle, but I was too infatuated with it, and I made my own decisions to be a part of this lifestyle.
Okay. And by this lifestyle, you were gang affiliated at a certain point, and you had a criminal history, which we're going to get into as well.
So a similar story to his, I'm assuming that his dad may have been in the same.
So he's from Sacramento. So being surprised that somebody from Cali is in a gang is not surprising. You know what I'm saying? And judging someone being in a gang is even more tricky, especially when they're from a certain place. Want to know why? Because some people didn't join a gang. Some people's family is gang related, and they grew up in a gang. So let's get it.
Activity. He never went into detail about it. Oh, okay, y'all. I'm gonna just put the super chats on here, okay, on the screen. He never went into detail about it because I'm just me being a woman and observing the situation, right? Unbiased, right? He never really explained.
She said unbiased.
How did your mom poison your mind? Like, what were the things that she was telling you about your dad that had you believe by the
Doesn't matter now. And if you had that information, you wouldn't care either way.
time you were 20 that she had poisoned your mind? It doesn't. It sounds like your mother was trying to protect you from where I'm sitting, because I'm looking at everything that you're into. It's not adding up. It's not making sense to me. Ladies, do you see it from a different perspective? Let me know. But I'm not seeing it that way.
So,
Yes, sir.
So within that being said, so what I'm hearing is, you had some siblings. Your father was not in your life, but and sadly was manipulated out of your life. What's crazy is that I do mentorship with men behind scenes, and what I always tell men on the channel is that no matter what your relationship with your father, you should always attempt to reach out to him, because you just never know their side of the story, or the things that have been implanted within your mind, unbeknownst to you, that is not allowing you to have a strong relationship with him. But would you say, would that be the leading contributing factor, your father not being there, or you having a strong relationship with him, as to how you got off the rails and fell down into a life of criminality?
My mother's drug addiction is what played a big part in it. My grandmother and my grandfather, they were well off, and they were my mother's enablers. So they would always give my mother large quantities of money, and instead of taking care of her responsibilities, she would squander it on whatever she wanted to do. And I started going to jail, juvenile hall, probably, or getting placed in handcuffs probably about 8 or 9 years old. I was what I call what's known as a crash dummy. I was hanging out with guys that were 16, 17 years old, dropped out.
What I'm pointing out is that there's a lot of hypocrisy in this space, because niggas will run around here, oh my God, he's a pookie, and then when they cut off their phone or cut off their laptop, they go play King Von or FBG Duck's new album. He said this is literally the same cycle over and over. Yeah, he got like the Malcolm X story. You go to jail, and then you get inducted into the Nation of Islam, or you find some type of Jesus in jail, and then you start reading books, you start working out, obviously, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, jail can work for a lot of people. I mean, it's really isolation. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men really realize that, hey, I actually do good on my own, by myself, and can think clearly. When I'm not being fucked over by a group of niggas, or you know what I'm saying, or fake brotherhood, or when I've forgiven myself or clear myself, of my situation. You get to regroup. You said the dude from New York and the dude from Cali have the same story across time and space. Yeah. So what I pointed out to Life, which was crazy, is that you got the red pill guy, quote unquote, giving the street guy the game now. And I'm like, my, how has the internet changed the world and society? Because when I was looking at it, I was like, hey, where I'm from, the nigga on the right will rob the nigga on the left. Where I'm from, the dude on the right got the game to give the dude on the left, because the dude on the left is trying to date the girls that the dude on the right gets. So this is where all like the Pookie slander and the Pookie stuff comes from. So it's kind of like the whole pro black thing, man. Don't get super wrapped up, y'all. If y'all are in the manosphere or new here, don't get super wrapped up in this Pookie politics. All right, I'm gonna do a show on that later. Don't get super wrapped up in this Pookie politics. You're gonna look dumb in the end, because you're gonna realize that you're around a whole bunch of Pookie. You're gonna realize that you're around a whole bunch of Pookies. Okay, don't be fooled. Just because you see somebody else in this space pointing the finger, calling somebody else a Pookie, doesn't make them any less of a Pookie. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, even in my rap days, bro, I just always been the cool homie type cat. I mean, I've done some street shit, but I've been around a lot of jiggy niggas and niggas that do some street shit. Some street shit I ain't interested in doing, because I just ain't interested in doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in rooms where I'm rolling around with street cats, and we're going around other street cats, but it's a nigga in the room that's a super street cat So some of the street cats that I'm around are street cats also, but they're less of a street cat than this. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's weird. It's like everybody's a gangster, but you can be the less gangster in the room. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like a hierarchy. So it's the same thing with black men. You can have two pookies in the room, but one nigga is more pookier than the other one, meaning that he's gonna take certain things to a certain extent that the other dude won't do, which quote unquote by nigga standards makes him more gangster. Okay. Um, I mean, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But when you try one of these dudes in the space, or one of these dudes try you, oh, you're gonna see the pookie come out real quick. You know, all of a sudden this nigga's rolling 40s crip, and his cousin is certified and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's always somebody harder than you. Absolutely. You know that that should humble a lot of niggas and take the whatever weight they had on their chest off their chest. But you know, black people just I don't know, man. We need more examples or archetypes to go by. You know.
So he's been doing this since he was 8.
Yeah, the type of niggas y'all like case closed. Like what the fuck?
8. Criminal activity is all he knows. 8 years. 8 years old. A baby boy, 8 years old. All he knows is criminal activity. All he knows is survival.
Bet you won't ask who raised them though. You downplay that.
He does not know anything else but that. So MTR.
So look at this. Look at this, y'all. If y'all haven't caught on to it yet. Look at this, y'all. Look, life. I'm slow cooking this shit. Y'all haven't caught on to it yet. She already knows the guy on the right is the type of guy that she likes. But in this critique, she's choosing to focus on MTR because he's running with an agenda, y'all. All right, let's go.
You got finesse because this man is still in survival mode. And the fact that you didn't pick it up because you wanted to paint this man as a victim.
Yep, focused on MTR, the guy that did it right.
You did not pick up that he was playing in your face for 5 hours, and he did it for 5 hours. 5 hours he was playing in your face for 5 hours, finessing his 5 seconds of fame because he knew the longer he was on here, he was going to get that clout because he's a man and he is in survival mode and he will do whatever is necessary to get whatever he needs at that moment in time. The fact that MTR did not catch that was interesting. 8 years old, it's going to take years for this man to truly change his life around because that's all he knows. So even if he's in a tight spot with money, even if he's in a tight situation when it comes to anything, he's going to revert back to what he knows and all he knows, which is criminal activity. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, that's a...
Okay. No, she's not sympathetic because she'd smash that plumber. Women nowadays are looking for a scammer. They're looking for a scammer. They're looking for dudes that crunch credit cards and stuff like that. They lying. Listen, y'all. Can somebody on here tell me what law did this man break? What law did this man break? You know, if y'all said, well, he's scamming. Well, let's unpack that. What scamming how? If y'all are entertained by him and y'all are watching his content and he's in the streets with a turtle uniform on and doing his thing and people are supporting him, I wonder what law did he break? I mean, he could have just got a Draco and just start robbing bitches. What law did he break?
A long time to be doing something like that.
High school. My mother.
Let me find out. Lying to mediocre tutorials and reviews is against the law, y'all.
When my grandparents would get upset with my mother, you know, they would cut off her we would suffer. We wouldn't have. I remember if my sisters are watching this, they'd comment down and let them know this is not no joke. You know, it was times where it was just a jar of
Right,
peanut butter
Andre.
inside of the refrigerator, and we don't have nothing to eat. My sisters is crying, you know, and their father is not around. My dad's not around. No man is stepping up to the plate. Well, you know, I have to be the man at a young age.
No man wanted to step up to the plate. No man wanted to step up to the plate when it came to him and his siblings. So all the men that were in and out of his life never really stepped up to the plate for him in that way. So again,
She really going out of his way to defend his mother or not say anything negative about his mother. She really going out of her way.
This man only
I guess the Princella content done dried up, y'all.
knows survival. He doesn't know anything else. So he's gonna finesse. That's all he knows. He's gonna scam because that's all he knows.
I had to protect my sisters. So the older guys, they taught me how to burglarize homes.
Oh, you're not saying anything about him protecting his sisters, though. Okay.
Off with, you know, small burglaries, and as I got older, you know, I progressed to more serious crimes, I would say.
And did you finish high school?
I did not finish high school. I was hustling around, you know, graduation. I had a lot of money, so I didn't care for school, but I ended up getting my GED, and I got my GED in prison, you know, and I got it out on the streets and ended up going to college for plumbing for a while. And I was just having discrepancies, maintaining employment and going to college at the same time. A lot of employers, they want you on the job site, you know, as much as possible. They don't care about furthering your skills.
Right. Okay. Right. So, so you began small into this lifestyle of, you know, gang life, criminality, and I guess how did it progress? So you first started to robbing, and how did it progress into? Are you willing to go into your criminal history? How long you've been locked up?
Yeah, I did 5 years in prison. What they were saying is pretty accurate. You know, the final boss, that's how I was in prison. No nonsense type of guy. Hey, if he was incarcerated with me, and we're not trying to shine any light on, you know, incarceration, unless we're talking about decreasing the recidivism rates, then we can talk about that. But when I was in prison, I was no nonsense. I want to fight everybody. I was mad at the world, but honestly, going to prison was the best thing that ever happened to me, because now I'm a firm believer that isolation, it enhances your elevation, you know, because I was isolated from the world while everybody was doing COVID, you know. I was doing COVID times 2 on a plantation, a dangerous plantation at that. So in prison, my first 3 years, you'll see, we'll show the write-ups and stuff. I didn't have any understanding. I was mad at the world. I didn't have any family support whatsoever. I didn't have any contact with the outside world. So all I wanted to do was work out and, you know, engage in a good old fisticuff. But it wasn't until I had read a book and they were talking about Geronimo Pratt, and I had read about COINTELPRO, you know, the counterintelligence program J. Edgar Hoover started, used to suppress Black organizations. Now, once I read about that, and I'm reading about tribalism and about how the government infiltrated these organizations, you know, these gangs didn't originally start off as gangs. They were just trying to protect their communities. So the government infiltrated, you know, these organizations and turned them against each other. You know, the Bloods and Crips were united at one point in time. So I began to ponder at night, like, man, you know, I'm over here attacking these men.
Absolutely, War Master. I'm dumbfounded, you know. I'm not a stepdad. I'm a man that stepped up.
And the oppressors are the ones that infiltrated an establishment that was promoting a just cause and turned it into something evil. I was like, man, how could I contribute to this moving forward, you know, knowing this?
I just want him to talk about how he ended up getting respect for men.
What?
Because he's going to get into it. He talks about how he found his respect for men while doing prison time. He said that he didn't have respect for anyone. So if it took him going to prison to get respect for men, what is it going to take for him to have respect for women?
What? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just trying to see what part of the story when he get the respect for women. What the bitch? What are you talking about? Oh, Yanni, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it must be nice to be a woman, right? Like, what? Kiss women's ass, absolutely. He was calling them queens. He was respectful on the show.
He said he didn't have respect for anyone. So it's gonna be interesting to see. It was crazy because MTR didn't catch it. I'm like, okay, so it took him going to prison to find respect for men, but how do women get the respect? Just listen.
He was in prison around men. What? Oh, okay.
And I was still interact with, some of those individuals, but in my heart, deep down, I knew, I was like, man, this isn't me. It's not. I knew I had a greater purpose. I knew God had a calling on my life. I just didn't know for what,
Right.
And when I was gangbanging, I was trying to find myself,
Right. And she's smiling. She knows she on some bullshit. What?
I heard ample stories of, my father when he went through a similar situation. So I'm trying to live up to his name, and
Right.
I really didn't have to do that.
Right. So, and I'm going to ask this in a very crude way. Did you get shot in the face before jail or after jail?
I got shot in the face before I went to jail. I ended up going to jail probably 6 or 7 months after I got shot. Now,
can you talk about that story? How you got shot in the face?
Yeah, I can talk about it. I won't get too in depth, but I will say I probably deserved it.
Look at her. She interested in his story. Look at this. Look at this woman, man. This is the bullshit I'm talking about, y'all.
And
he says that he deserved to get shot in the face
because he was on some bullshit. You wouldn't understand.
MTR didn't ask.
Well, you wouldn't understand that. Your life is lip gloss and in purses and shit like that. You wouldn't understand fucking around in the street. That never mind.
Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like you deserve getting the shot? What happened that made you feel like you deserve getting shot? Didn't ask that question. So I thought that was interesting. He felt like getting shot in the face was something he deserved.
Individual, I'm grateful because in the end, it showed God's true strength. Now, if you've seen before, when I uploaded the pictures, I was about 140 pounds, maybe 130, 120 pounds. I got shot 6 times. I got shot twice in my knee.
She absolutely wants to fix him. She's interested in him. This is the type of guys they date. Absolutely interested in him. Women like this will stick around. Let's say if he was disrespectful, right? Women like this will stick around a disrespectful guy for years, waiting for him to respect them. And the fucked up part is the moment that he lets his guard down and shows respect, or an inkling of respect, or just completely gives up, they don't want him no more. And then they'll go after the next guy that doesn't show respect to him.
On my thigh, right? They told me I wasn't never going to walk again. I was unable to go to physical therapy. I did not do no physical therapy whatsoever because I got arrested. I went to jail. In the prison system, the healthcare is inferior.
Look at how she's twisting her head. She's interested.
They give you the worst healthcare. If you have any problem, they're just going to say give you ibuprofen. That's the cure for everything when you're in bondage. So I began to work out and strengthen myself. But when I got shot, I did a lot of things to people out of anger because even back then, I had money and I had haters, and I didn't have somebody older, guiding me, telling me, hey, son, they're hating on you because you have nice cars, you have this. I didn't know. I would always let my emotions supersede my intelligence, and I'm a cancer. So I've been working on that, and now it's like I'm aware of all my flaws, and I can see them vividly. Yeah, it's just a matter of breaking those old bad habits.
Yeah, old bad habits, and here's the thing: is it sounds as if a lot of your childhood was in a single parent household. Majority either be your mother. Did you say it was your grandparents that majority raised you?
See, that red pill bullshit, y'all. It's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. But then again, women be hearing all kinds of shit. I didn't hear it. Now, let's see what bullshit she about to say.
He looking for somebody to blame. Both of his parents failed him. He went to prison.
That's not red pill.
Nobody was checking for him. His family, I can't say they failed him because I don't know the situation with his grandparents, but both of his mom and his dad failed him. Period. Okay? He lacked direction at a very young age, starting as young as 8 years old, probably younger than that. So he's looking. He tried everything he could. I'm trying to blame.
That's gang shit, not red pill, but okay.
I'm a single mother. I'm trying to blame the parent that was left with the responsibility. But to be honest, it took 2 to make this man. Okay? They both failed him.
Yes, it was. I bounced all around.
You bounced
Ever since
around.
the time, shout out to Pastor Gooden. He's in Sacramento, California, the Bethel and Grace Church and God in Christ. Pastor Gooden is a father figure. I call him my dad. You know, a situation transpired where I was homeless and I was in 9th grade. I had nowhere to go. My family, I was just a troublemaker. So I understand my family, they didn't want me around because I caused mischief everywhere I go. You can send me to New York, I would get into some type of gang, something.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
yeah. So was jail the first time that you felt like you had structure in your life?
yeah, now jail, I wish the government would take these little 18-year-old kids, these bang bang shoot 'em up tough guys, and put them in prison on the mainline yard. You know, put them in prison and let them sit there for at least 2 months when they turn 18. If they've been in some type of trouble before, so you can see what you're signing up for. Because man, it broke my heart to see these young 18, 19, 20-year-old kids got 50 years and they sitting in prison playing basketball every day laughing.
Look at Yanni's face. This girl wet like shit. this bitch wet. Look at she reminiscing. I bet you all of this slander stops if somebody asks her, have you dated this type before? She gonna close her eyes like the lady. She gonna close her eyes like the lady on the Titanic. It's been 85 years. 85 years. Look at Yanni wet as fuck right now. Look at this. She trying to suppress. This bitch wet.
Like it's a game. Like and talking about what they did. I got tired of hearing the same story.
Oh my god, a problem I can fix. She wet.
Stories reiterated over and over. It's just putting negative energy into the universe. And the whole time I indulged in that lifestyle, yeah, I might have had a quick come up, or I might have had a good night this night, but at the end, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Yeah. I'm still suffering consequences to this day from actions I did over 10 years ago.
Right. Because everything's public. Right. You do things out in the public, it's going to become public information if you get arrested. And part of that is now being used against you. And we're going to go deep down into it as well. And, I do have.
He's saying it's being used against him. What are you talking about? Like, y'all, this is why I was like, what? But when it was.
She on here using it against him and now pretend. Okay. Never mind.
The brick lady, though. It was the brick lady. Y'all was trying to find shit. But this man actually has a lengthy rap sheet as long as a CVS receipt, y'all. And y'all know when you get a CVS receipt, it's long as hell.
And the longer the rap sheet, the more wetter y'all get.
What do you mean? When it was the other way around with that brick lady situation, y'all were pulling things out the crack of y'all's ass. And now this man actually has the information right here. Like, boom, here, my rap sheet. It's lengthy. Oh, they're trying to use.
So she's low key defending the brick lady just because the brick lady's a woman. And the guy gets no credit for getting on the internet and talking about his rap sheet. The brick lady has yet to say, hey, you know what? I scammed a couple of people before. I've done it before. I have a kid. I needed the money, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Rhoda Osmond didn't come on and talk about her rap sheet. It's like, do you want people to be honest or not? That's the crazy part.
Use it against you. They're trying to use it. We just met this man. We don't know this man. The hell? And then MTR, just be grateful you are a man because you would be.
I want y'all to see what y'all are seeing right before your eyes. She's fake trying to hold MTR accountable because she wants him to react to her content so it can boost her views. And she kind of likes a guy like MTR. So that's why she's critical on him. But she's trying to fake be critical on the plumber guy. But that's what she's attracted to. Okay? So she's giving MTR hell compared to the plumber. She's just bouncing back and forth. But I know the reasons why.
Oh, he would be flipped upside down every which way simply because it's like, seriously? He did not pick up the game that this man was running this entire interview. It's embarrassing. And then
because the irony of it is on paper, she should be dating a guy like MTR, but she doesn't want to. She wants the guy on the right. She doesn't want the guy on the right, but she would prefer the guy on the right. She would rather the guy on the right. But she's being critical on MTR for other reasons. We'll get to it later.
These are the men that are supposed to lead? What? Where? To hell? To hell? Like, I just don't understand, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. To hell? Into danger? Because MTR is like, oh, we're just gonna overlook the 7 charges.
Yeah, Andre, it be women like this that be holding somebody in jail down right now. She probably her man probably in jail right now, and she holding him down, or she got an ex-boyfriend that's in jail right now that she holding down. Don't be fooled, y'all.
In 7 states, they're trying to use it against him. What? What? Oh, ladies, I have a question, and I'm talking to the women that have active fathers in their life.
I want to see how delusional women and men are going to get with this conversation, though, because women of today prefer scammers. Literally, I can bring up 10 different podcasts where you have a whole bunch of good, decent-looking women, even the ones that look like squares, and they're like they will prefer a scammer.
If you brought this man home with a lengthy rap sheet, what would your father say? I just want to know. Because I know it's not just my father. I know it's not just mine. If you have a dad that's active, or just a male figure that's active, a brother over.
That's the whole point. You don't bring them home to your parents. You bring them home to smash. And girls be bringing these type of niggas home all the time.
Cousin, whatever. Grandfather, whatever. Would your father be okay with this man being at his doorstep on his front porch? Or would he tell this man to get the hell up off his porch? Okay, I really want to know, because my dad would look this man up and down like, get the hell up off my porch. The hell? Absolutely not. So, this all came about because women were using their discernment. And then it just so happens, by them using their discernment, that this man has 7 charges in 7 states. Come on now. Oh, my dad would have disowned.
Yeah, sounds like y'all tight. What's wrong with that? Sounds like y'all tight. Arlette didn't see anything wrong with it. Why do you?
My ass too. I wouldn't have nowhere to go. If I'm with him, we done. That's what he would have been on. My dad, he don't play that. The hell? My brothers don't even play that. They would have been looking at me like, the hell are you doing?
Some receipts that you showed me as well. Maybe
Oh, he made it unavailable. I had a feeling he was going to make this video unavailable. But your girl downloaded. I had a feeling. Yo, I was just getting started. Oh, man. I had a feeling he was going to do that shit, y'all. Y'all saw it in real time. I knew it. We're going to have to come back tomorrow. We're gonna finish this up tomorrow. Hold on.
No, she didn't say anything about taking a guy like MTR home, though.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me. Girl, this crazy. Hold on. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get these timestamps because I'm going to have to come back. Can someone screenshot the timestamp so I can have the timestamp for my research? This is research purposes. Okay, screenshot the timestamps. Thank you. Stop. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. Another screenshot. And then if you could get this one too. Thank you. It's a little blurry. It's blurry. Is it blurry? Can y'all screenshot it?
Thank you, Devin D. Welcome back, bro.
Thank you. Okay, that's gonna help me with my research later. Girl, I knew he was gonna do that. Some told me, some was like, no, download this. You're gonna need this. Download this. Oh, we're gonna come back tomorrow. See, I gotta break it. Oh, wait. How can I do this? See, I don't think I can. The reason why I'm gonna have to bring y'all back tomorrow is because I don't think it's gonna play on StreamYard because it's 5 hours long. It's a 5-hour video.
Yeah, she dipped in a lot of makeup. Yo. Yo, I remember when Corey Holcomb was making fun of Cynthia G. He was like, don't it look like if Cynthia G jumps into a pool, it's going to look like a chai latte? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Y'all need to get taken to Pound Town. No lie. But this nigga said a chai latte, y'all. A chai latte, y'all.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
Bruh, not a chai latte.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI. All right, y'all. This is supposed to be a quick stream. I did 4 hours, man. I'm tired. Y'all. We're gonna pick this up. Y'all. Oh Lord. Yeah, I think 4 hours is not that bad. 4 hours ain't that bad. But listen, y'all, it's Player Talk Radio. Thank you everybody for coming through. Listen, we're gonna have another show. I'll be live before you know it. Listen, look. I don't know what to tell you, man. Y'all gonna watch a whole bunch of people run around this space, act like women ain't actively pursuing scammers. So I'm just thinking of future content. I'm like, man, should I put a whole collage together, or should I just like take clips and snippets from like a bunch of these modern podcasts where women are literally saying, I want the scammer type. They even say they'll help the scammer type. They'll help get money and all this other shit. Help him do his deeds. It was like a panel of women. They were like, girl, you gonna help him do his deeds? And the girl was like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna help him. Do what he needs to do so we can get this money and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, okay, until he scams you. And it's like, I don't think women worry too much about scammers nowadays. I mean, like, honestly, if you don't have any money, what can somebody take from you? So I don't blame them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, I do blame them, but I don't. It's like everything changes, you know. The Manosphere ran that game on y'all, like, in the black community, like black people are the only people that have a concept of game. I'm like, that's not true. Women of all races date the bad boys of their race, you know. Women are red pilled and a lot of them are black pilled. A lot of them get off on deception, you know. So I think guys, it's like whole math. Like, I'm like, you guys use a little bit too much logic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, have a little bit of sense and then throw all that logic out the window and then add in a little bit of emotion. And that's how women look at stuff, you know. But that's kind of hard. So I just tell dudes not to stop using logic. You're not dating him, so you wouldn't care about dating a scammer. But then again, I can put it in lay niggas term. I can put it in not layman's, but lay niggas terms. Y'all be dating bitches with tattoos on their knuckles. Sounds about right to me. Girls like scammers. Y'all niggas like stripper bitches. You know, and then it's Western culture, but not even Western culture. People date shady people. People fornicate with shady people. Perhaps people are shady also. You know, people don't think about that. It's like, oh, I'm just some untampered, unshady broad dating. I deserve the best. It's like, no, you're shady and you date shady niggas. You know? So when I'm making low key when I'm making fun of you guys about and bringing up the point that, you know, why are good guys pursuing stripper types and girls with tattoos on their knuckles, you know, women that live a different type of lifestyle. It's like, damn, bro, you want to be around that and blah blah blah. I'm good at reading people, y'all. That just further lets me know that you have a shady side, or you crave some shadiness in your life. You know you must not have too much going on in your life that you need a woo thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I tell you guys the best advice that I can give you guys: have an edge. When you supply the woo, I mean, obviously, I ain't gonna lie. If you ride motorcycles on the weekend, you probably still gonna date a shady bitch. But you know, you're not gonna be as pressed to have, like, you know, crazy shit going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you have an edge. You know what I'm saying? At least you'll date a righteous or the best. You know, because there's nothing wrong with dating shady people. There could be something wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong if you know how to dance. You understand what I'm saying? So you can date good shady people. I mean, I've dated hood girls that got a good heart. I've dated hood girls that's good with money. I dated hood girls that got a great sense of humor. I've dated, you know, shady people are fun. Girls just want to have fun. Guys just have a, you know, guys like excitement also. But before I get out of here, let me leave you with the best thing I could say about both of the sexes. Let me leave y'all with something that I can say about both of the sexes. What's going on, Jay Green? It's not tainted game. It's some real shit. Shout outs to Jay Green. How you doing, beautiful? Let me tell y'all and leave y'all with some game for both of the sexes. Both of y'all. The reason why men date shady women and the reason why women date shady men, to a certain degree, both of y'all are looking for a problem to solve. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Have a blessed, beautiful day. It's Player Talk Radio. Peace. We out. Let's get it. Let's go.